done marvellously well by a verified trusted trader professional.
Talk Sport.
Good afternoon, I'm Hugo Chambray. After leaving Jude Bellingham out of the latest England squad, Troy Deeney has battered away the idea there's a rift between Thomas Tuchel and his Madrid midfielder. Remember, the manager told talkSPORT this summer that his mum finds Bellingham's on-the-field antics repulsive. He did later apologise for those comments. Tuchel also dismissed any suggestion of personal issues between him and any of the players he's dropped.
No, there's also no problem between me and Phil Foden. There's no problem between me and Jack Grealish. Very special players. Phil is back to influencing games, deciding games for Manchester City. Jack is very close to be the best version of himself.
Pep Guardiola reckons Phil Foden will be back in the squad in no time the way he's playing. There's no Adam Wharton either for the games against Wales and Latvia live on talkSPORT. Ruben Loftus-Cheek keeps his place. Saka and Stones are back in after their injuries. Meanwhile, after continuing his winless streak at Forest last night against the mighty Midtjylland, Ange Postecoglou hasn't received resounding backing from the club. In fact, his job may be under threat if they lose to Newcastle this weekend. When contacted by talkSPORT, Forest sources could not offer any assurances over Big Ange's long-term future. And a dream start for England in their World Cup, Women's Cricket World Cup first match. They bowled South Africa out for just 69 runs to win by 10 wickets. Next up for England is Bangladesh on Tuesday. There's more on our website at talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
One of the two victims killed in the Manchester synagogue attack was shot by armed officers, and Donald Trump has given Hamas until Sunday to agree a peace deal with Israel. There's more from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit, your go-to destination for quality tyres from great brands like Continental. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Stormy conditions heading into this evening with wind and heavy rain for many. Tonight's Storm Amy will bring gales in the north and the west.
Happy Friday. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, Darts King. I'll explain more in just a moment. And Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
So, how you feeling, champ?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Had a really, really good morning.
No, you haven't, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Not the whole morning. Right, Jingo, we got a show for you today. We'll be looking back at another bad night for Big Ange in charge of Forest. 6 games now without a win. Are you still backing the owner? Thomas Tuchel's named his latest England squad. There's no call-ups for Bellingham, Foden, Wharton and Grealish. Blimey. Former England and Arsenal superstar, our friend, the legend that is Jack Wilshere, will be joining us on today's show. And Bentley brings us his EFL corner. All that. Plus from 6, it's Friday Night Live. This week, we'll have former England rugby star Ugo Monye with us in the studio, former Leeds forward Lucy Ward, and ex-England and Man City defender Jolien Lescott. All on the show. What a busy hour.
Show me the Monye.
Show me the Monye, indeed. This is Drive on talkSPORT. You can get involved 03717 722 3344.
We'll have a bit of that. Do you know, I actually miss hearing that? I miss Ryan just playing. We'll have a bit of that. We'll have a bit of that. Rather than Jack playing some random clip from some random person.
I'll tell you what else you miss.
What?
Your doubles.
I did today, yeah.
So before we came on air, me and Bentley were in the green room playing darts. 3:01 we started on. My first visit, I think 6. My next visit, 4. 3. I mean, it's really, really poor. 7. At one stage, Bentley was on 68. I was on 277. I said to Anil, was in the, I'll still win. Bentley can't handle the pressure. Fast forward, 16 more throws. Boom. Double top. Bentley loses.
It's a bit of a weird one, right? Because you know when you say that Bentley can't handle the pressure?
Yeah.
Right? I've been Premier League champion. You have never been, which means you can't handle the pressure.
Listen, let's just talk about this game.
No, you played well. Fair play to you.
What happened to you? As soon as you got that massive lead of about 400 points.
I was before that, I was throwing beautifully when I...
Yeah.
But it just happens, isn't it?
I have got that little weird...
No, you haven't got that weird... With me, you have.
Yeah, I always seem to...
Momentum, like just...
I could be 192 behind and get it with 3 darts.
Yes.
No matter how.
But no, listen, fair play to you. You played really well. Congratulations.
How'd you go on the next leg against me?
Oh, yeah, we're both on finishes and you beat me. Yeah, listen, fair play, you won.
I'm your bogey player.
Now, you know, when the lights are the brightest, that's when I shine, as you've seen.
I'll tell you, mate. I'll tell you. I'll win the next Premier League title before you.
I bet you don't. I bet I'll win one before. Have you won one yet?
Don't need to win
No,
one.
no. Question.
I've won the heart of the...
No, you haven't. But have you ever won one? Just a serious question.
Next one I will.
All right.
You know what it is? It's like when I'm Man United and you're Arsenal and I go, have you ever won the Champions League? You think you're going to win it this year? You think you're going to win the Premier League?
No, but it can't be that because I've won something. So it's more like...
Okay, Premier League. You've won that, but that was 20 years ago.
Okay, when have you won?
2013.
No, you haven't won one. You've never won it. So
Hold on. I thought you were talking about Man United
No,
now.
it's about you now.
Don't worry, it's coming. All right? Not coming for you. We've got a busy show. As you quite rightly said, show me the money. Ugo Monye will be with us in the studio. We missed Ugo. We love Ugo. He's a big part of our show. We like that on a Friday. Former Leeds forward Lucy Ward and Jolien Lescott will be on the show. That's in the last hour. Superstar that is our mate Jack Wilshere. I did a little Instagram live this morning. Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. I was having an espresso in my kitchen. Yep. And then Jack came on, we had a little chat, and I went, Jack, do you want to cut? And he went, yeah, I'd love to. So Jack's on the show. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a good old conversation with Jack the other day. He's all good. He's all well.
Good. Okay, so Jack, be on our show.
That's
What?
That's what I've got for you.
Well, you got more. We'll talk about the latest England squad.
Bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, he's bizarre. Form obviously is totally irrelevant to the England manager. I don't know if that's good or bad. What are you doing there?
Bit of a grief encounter, you know.
Bit of advertising.
Yeah, grief encounter though. So
who's grief encounter?
I know the guys who's on in charge of the cameras. He's chopping between 4 different shots.
Who is it?
That's the charity that I was representing.
Was it a charity?
Yeah, grief encounter.
Nice.
So if I just
okay, that's nice.
Now's the time to jump on the solo, maybe.
Jump on the? Do you mean the single? The single.
Yeah, the single. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're playing Star Wars games, right? But we're going to start with Forest. Oh dear, they're falling apart under Ange Postecoglou. So, when will the fans start turning on the owner?
Postecoglou's got his hands to his head. Here come Michelin on the counter to seal it. Biskov Andresen through the middle. He has sealed it. Michelin have surely won it now. And the boos at the City ground tell you all you need to know.
Now look at them, getting embarrassed. And they've made calls. They got rid of Nuno. Wow, what a fall from grace.
I know what you're saying. Will he go before Halloween? Or will he go before Christmas? I don't want him to go past midnight.
A resounding chance of sacked in the morning.
Sacked in the morning. Yes, sacked in the morning.
Yeah, not looking good. Ange Postecoglou has now failed to win any of his 6 games in charge at Forest. Last night they were beaten home by Midtjylland as the fans turned on the manager, telling him they'll be sacked in the morning. He spoke to the media after the game and was asked about those chants.
Nothing surprises me anymore in football. I guess it's just the climate we're in where, it seems that's the way things are going. But look, that's something I can control. My responsibility lies to make sure that we try and get some wins for this football club and progress it. And that's what I'll be focused on.
I said it at the time, I thought it was the wrong decision. I didn't rate him as a manager. I said it, I think, last week. They'll be sacked.
But no, you're right. None of the decisions, I'll let you continue, make sense because they shouldn't have sacked Nuno.
Nope.
And they shouldn't have employed Ange.
Nope. No, they shouldn't have employed Ange.
No.
And you look at the goals again last night, set pieces again being a problem.
What did I say to you? I've said to you, since he became Tottenham manager, he has conceded, his teams have conceded more goals from set plays than anyone.
You've got a game away at Newcastle at the weekend.
Yep.
They'll be seething after that defeat at home to Arsenal.
And then they got Chelsea at home.
Yeah, I just listen. We thought it was a strange appointment, right? We thought the fact that Nuno getting sacked, not necessarily strange because Marinakis obviously that type of character you don't cross.
No,
right? And I understand that it's all your money, so why should the manager come out and have a poppy? I understand it to a certain extent, but if you look at where Forest are now, and at the it's early in the season, at the moment they're sniffing relegation, right? When you think about last season, we were talking about Nottingham Forest, whether or not they'll make Champions League. They didn't in the end.
Yeah.
They got conference. But then, of course, that's been upgraded to Europa League because the owner has sort of stuck his 2 pence worth in and seems to be mucking about at the club in areas that you don't really need to. It was all running along quite nicely. And I know the fans have always backed the owner, Marinakis. I know that. Just wonder now if there's a few Forest fans that are starting to question the decisions Marinakis is making.
Yeah, you get a few. I think on the whole they still back him because of what he's done for the club, but that's just one I just don't understand because I think Nuno was doing a great job for Nottingham Forest, and I know Nuno this season they got beat. I think it was by West Ham at home. That was a bad result, but that almost coincided with the whole him and Marinakis having that kind of breakdown. We weren't quite sure whether he was going to get sacked, and then he went a little bit after that. So that result against West Ham, I think if it's a clear of mind Nuno and there was no kind of disruption, he doesn't lose that 3-0 to West Ham. I don't buy that. Yep. But Ange at the minute, I mean, it's just not good enough. I mean, watching it last night, again, they still had chances, a couple of offside goals as well, and I know offsides are offside, but they had a couple of chances to win the game last night. That didn't happen, but they're just too easy to play against. I mean, and that's one thing you have to say about Nuno. Some of those, the last one, I think it is, that's not happening with Nuno's watch. But the geezer the guy manages to run from just outside his own box all the way through, and don't get me wrong,
Unchallenged.
It's good play, and it's a really nice finish.
Great finish.
But I still think they're too wide open, and this is the problem that Spurs had with
exactly
Ange.
the same.
Just too many gaps, too many holes, and it's a difficult one now because there was when I was watching the game, and at the end he went over to the supporters. You can quite clearly see. I was looking at the supporters' reactions just to see how many were clapping, how many were waving at him in no uncertain terms. I think you quite know what I'm on about. And it weren't great. Some of them were obviously waving their finger at him, saying you're not good enough, like almost that. You know when you kind of throw your thumb in one direction as if to say, get out of my football club. All that was going on as well. But he's got to start getting results. And obviously coming up Newcastle away, that's hard.
I just can't see it, right? I just can't, and irrelevant of who the games are, but they happen to be really tough ones. I said, I think on last week's show, I think he'll be sacked before Christmas. I can see him being sacked before that now.
Do you know what, though? And I don't know what people think, and certainly Forest fans, but he's not coming with the same energy he had when he first got the Spurs job.
Well, he's not got the same energy he had when he got the Forest job.
Right. When he first got to Spurs, there was this kind of...
I know, but that's because for 10 weeks he was number one, wasn't
No, but even at the start, there was like a real that energy about him and the way he spoke, and even when people tried to kind of criticise, he'd come back. He had this real kind of aura and that presence about him. Every interview he does now, his head looking at the floor. He's almost like, well, you know, it wasn't good enough. Where's the energy? Where's the spark?
Yeah.
I think.
Imagine being a player in that dressing room and that's your manager.
Come on, where's the spark? Like, where's the Ange we saw when he first got the job at Spurs? So he's got a big job in his hand. Big job.
What does Marinakis do now? If they get tonked against Newcastle and he keeps him, tonked against Chelsea, and what happens?
I don't know. I mean, I think they're going to persist with him.
Why?
I just think they will.
They won't.
Because
he literally could go again. If they get done 5-0 at the weekend, he could go.
I don't know.
Go. Well, you know,
I mean, it was a big call for him to get rid of Nuno, right?
The wrong call.
The wrong call.
Sometimes you're biting off your nose to spite your face.
Yes.
And that's exactly what he's done.
Like, I understand that Nuno's come out and you can't talk about... I understand all that.
Yeah.
But sometimes just go, you know what, for the sake of the football club.
Yeah, come in here.
Yes.
Come in. Let's have a quiet, close
Perfect.
door. Let's sort this out.
Yeah.
Because you're really good for my club.
Yep.
You're taking us to levels we never thought. And we've got European football.
Yeah.
So let's try and keep this moving.
Yeah.
Rather than go out.
I didn't appreciate what you said.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it now. Even if you say to him, listen, I need you to go in the press and just say, fair enough. But sort it out and then you move forward.
But that's the problem. When you've got that much power, it's like, how dare you cross me?
Yeah, get out.
That's the problem he's got.
But now, I reckon there'll be people close to Marinakis going, I think we made a mistake.
Yeah. I don't think people close to him would say that.
No, but I think the people that are closest to him can say that.
I hope so. But then those people might have said, don't sack Nuno.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you think the fans are thinking now about Marinakis? Because
that's what I think they still... But I
don't know now. I
think they are still behind.
Well, the reason the club is in a mess, and it is in a mess, is for one reason only, and that's because of Marinakis. Right? Mm-hmm. It's like Daniel Levy at Spurs. If a club's doing well over a period of time, you congratulate, like we did with Leicester, right?
Yeah.
The owners of Leicester were fantastic. They won the league, won the FA Cup, and so on. And everyone was like, a great club to work for. But at the same time, a bit like a manager, if things start going wrong quickly because the owner's making calls, you have to look at the owner. And they're the reason, or he's the reason, why Forest are where they are now.
Well, because of the decision. Is it that? Do you think it's as simple as that one decision, the Nuno?
Yeah, don't sack him.
No.
And sorry, it's two things he's got wrong. Sacking Nuno, wrong. Bringing in Ange, wrong.
Yeah.
Two big decisions, and he's got them both wrong.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what Forest fans think if they're still completely behind it and if they see signs. I thought I saw signs against Betis where I thought, you know what? I actually quite like what they're doing, but again, they're just so wide open. And when you're a team that's used to not having the ball and just defending in shape, but knowing exactly when you win the ball back, where to be, to all of a sudden now, hold on a second here, where's my protection? Why is my fullback all the way over there and my centre half over there? That can't happen.
You could argue as well, and I don't know how Forest fans feel about this, you could argue as well that they had Europa Conference League football, right? Yeah. And that was a competition, I think, with Nuno, they had a chance of winning. Mm-hmm. A little bit like we've seen with Palace, right? Yeah. You go, oh, they might win.
I won't back against Palace to not win anything. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So he stuck his nose in, and he's upgraded them to Europa League. Right? They're not going to win the Europa League.
You never know.
They're not. Okay. I just don't think they're going to win.
I don't think they will, but I would never say well, then definitely win it.
But you could argue that with the state of the club at the moment, and I know it's early on in the season, but I think if they stick with Ange, they'll only drop like a stone even more. But you could argue that they waited, 30 years to have European football at the City Ground, right? You could argue it'll be another 30.
Yeah.
Because it's so tough to get European football now.
You know what? It is tough, right? It is tough, but it's also a little bit easier, I think, nowadays.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does. Because
it's tough, but it's easier.
No, but it's tough. It is tough to get European football, but it's easier now. I mean, we've got 9 teams in Europe. 9. So that tells you that.
I know, but we've got so many sides that are good enough for European football.
Yeah.
Like if I ask you about Spurs, right? You couldn't tell me if you think Spurs will finish top 4, top 6, top 8.
I think top 8.
Oh, you could tell me then.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean, though, yeah.
Like Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Newcastle. You couldn't tell me. Where back in the day, you could go, they'll get between 4 and 8. They'll get top 4. But now it's...
You ask me about United, I can give you...
Stay up. So we've got lots to talk about. I really want to come in at the angle about Marinakis, Forest fans, right? You can talk about the manager as well. But who's to blame for this mess? And do you still back the owner? 03717 223344. Marinakis chat right after this, live and drive on talkSPORT. Listening to me, Andy Goldstein, and alongside, would you believe, he's Darren Bent on Drive Time on talkSPORT in partnership with the new film, The Smashing Machine, based on a
Couldn't help it.
based on a true story. It's in cinemas now, because now is Friday. Still to come, we'll be joined by a former Arsenal and England midfielder, superstar, Jack Wilshere's on our show. Just quickly, Arnie Slot has said that it's going to be difficult to say when goalkeeper Alisson will return from injury. It's a big blow for them. Spurs midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur has signed a new deal at the club as well. Right, we'll take your calls. All things Forest, well, all things Marinakis. Do you blame the owner? 03717223344. Ben is a Forest fan. Benjamin?
Yeah, how are we doing?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Good, man, you?
Yeah, not great. I mean, I went last night. Anticlimactic isn't the word, really. You know, we had the pyrotechnics, we had the tifo, and then, you know, schoolboy defending for the goals. But as you say, set pieces again, isn't it? Not Ange's strong point.
No, and he's always been quite abrupt in terms of he doesn't want to employ a set piece because he doesn't need it. Well, clearly at some point that's going to have to change because every single time that a set piece against them, I think, here we go, here comes another goal. But what did you make of the football? I'm guessing it's quite exciting to watch, but from a defensive standpoint, way too open.
Yeah, I mean, it's ironic because I thought in patches we looked all right. Sangare looked all right. Anderson, you know, looks like he's filled out and he's come on. And, you know, I've never been at a game where we've cheered, ironically, for head corner after about 20 minutes. We honestly could have conceded 4 probably in the first 25 minutes. Every set piece.
Ben, let me ask you. There's a problem at your club. Who is responsible for the problem?
I think Marinakis appointing Edu upset the apple cart, and that's why Nuno felt compelled to come out as he did. So you've got to say Marinakis is responsible for that decision.
And what about the decision to bring in Ange Postecoglou?
Well, you'd imagine that someone's advised him that that's the way to go. I do think there's other factors as well to consider, you know, because Edu and Marinakis are involved with Kia Jarabchan, Nuno was George Mendes, so there's a lot of money behind the scenes. I think the Nuno thing was beyond repair, to be honest.
Okay. Let's take as many as we call. Luke is also a Forest fan. Luke.
Well, to be fair, that caller has just said exactly what I was going to say.
Thanks for coming on then.
the Edu situation, that is what's caused it, because Nuno, clearly they've had a falling out and there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes there, and there was all this rumour about he wanted Adama Traore and somebody else wanted Bakwa and all this kind of thing. But then Nuno had to go, but I do think the appointment of Ange Postecoglou it's too much of a contrasting style. You've gone from a counter-attacking football team to a front-foot team where we want all the possession.
When you say it's like a complete different, the contrasting style, right? It is. But it's also. It pains me to say it because it's quite rude. I just don't think the manager's any good at all. And so you can get a manager who's got a contrasting style that plays, you know, high-tempo football, high up the field, etc. But he might be good at his job. For the life of me, I can't understand why you would give Ange Postecoglou a job at Forest. I just don't get it. He failed at Spurs. He won the Europa League. Okay, fine. But their league form, you know, if you rate a side, it's over a season. It's not in a knockout competition. And over the season, it's Tottenham's worst ever season in the Premier League ever.
I mean, his first season at Spurs when they lost Harry Kane, I mean, they finished, 6th, 7th, something like that? They had a half-decent year. I think you are right. I mean, to be honest, I think the main issue is you've gone from negative to attacking football, and that's a big change. And I did see Martin O'Neill talk about it on the radio, saying it should be a breath of fresh air for Gibbs, White and Anderson to be in this, you know, full-flowing team. But it's that full-flowing. You don't know. There's so many holes, and then you turn around and Anderson's got to sprint 30, 40 yards to get back into position, and it's I don't know.
Luke, well. you said Nuno had to go. Why did he have to go? Why couldn't they have buried the hatchet and just got on with it?
I think they did bury the hatchet. I think there was. So from a Forest point of view, obviously you guys might be a bit more savvy, but we kind of knew that there was all this rumblings going on, and then there was meant to be some meeting where it sounded like they'd ironed it out, and then everyone was like, "Oh, like maybe this is going to go well." And then it was the West Ham game, and then after that, it's come out and he's slated, you know, how the recruitment's done, nobody made sense of what Nuno was getting at. And the main reason is we were in the Conference League and we had to prepare as if we were in the Conference League. But then obviously now, we were waiting to get the decision if we were in the Europa League. So you couldn't sign players because the calibre of player that you can attract you in the Europa League is going to be different to the Conference League. So then when he's saying, we should have signed this, we should have done this, we're thinking, well, you can't do that because we didn't know what kind of competition you're playing in.
Can I ask,
and that kind of proved.
Do you agree with what he's saying there about the
a little bit? I understand that you're a little bit, but I mean, it's not like it's not like Champions League and the rest, where it's a big old gap. Conference League and Europa, I wouldn't say the gap's massive between the two sides, between the two competitions. So
no, you wouldn't sign for a club because they've got Europa, but if they've got Conference, you'll say no.
Yeah, it's not like Champions League different.
Yeah,
when it's Champions League and you go, can I play in the Champions League, Europa? Champions League's taking priority, of course. So. I'm fascinated to see how this one turns out. Like, he might turn it around and then all of a sudden he starts winning games, but I just don't see it. And again, it's his energy. That's why I'm looking at his energy, and it looks like he's almost defeated already.
He's broken,
yeah, already.
How do you think they're going against Newcastle at the weekend?
Oh, that's a hard place to go. If Newcastle are anywhere at it, Newcastle win that comfortably.
Yeah. Okay. Still to come, we're discussing Thomas Tuchel leaving some big names out of his latest England squad. But first, it's time for No Googling. We have been talking about Big Ange. We want to know, who was the first Australian player to win the Premier League? Oh, I don't think you'll get that. That's a great question.
Blackburn, then.
Oh, for God's sake. The answer to that and more coming up live on Java Talks Sport after this.
It's a bold call, but one he's sticking by. Thomas Tuchel's refused to call up Jude Bellingham for England, but he's outright denied there's a rift developing between the two. There's no Foden or Grealish for the upcoming internationals, but that doesn't mean the World Cup squad is decided.
Are there players out who deserve to be with us? Yes, for sure. Is there a way back into this into the team through performance? 100% for sure.
It's disappointing for those who miss out, but in the eyes of Pep Guardiola, Tuchel can't keep Foden out for long.
Thomas knows what he needs for the national team 1,000 times, a million times, trillion times better than me. All I can say, if Phil is still playing like he's playing.
England are set to face Wales in a friendly next Thursday before travelling to Latvia for a World Cup qualifier the following Tuesday. Hear both matches live on talkSPORT. Thomas Frank has confirmed Christian Romero will return and start for Spurs tomorrow. They go away to Leeds in talkSPORT's live and exclusive lunchtime kickoff. Frank says the Ellen Road atmosphere isn't the only thing they'll have to overcome.
They defend extremely well. They give very little away in open play. So we need to really be aware of that and really know that this is a game that can be 90 minutes back and forth, small setbacks you need to overcome, but we're ready for it.
There's more news at talksport.com.
Right, bang on.
They still use this for the
Super Sunday.
They still use it.
The time is now. Who sings it? Maloko. Alex Bextor? Is it Maloko?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Before the break, I asked the question, who's the first Australian player to win the Premier League? Do you know the answer?
No, go on.
Turn it down a bit, Ryan. Very loud in my ears. I'll give you a clue.
Yeah. Robbie Slater.
You're going to turn it down, Ryan? Let me turn it off. Thank you. What's the matter with you? Who'd you say?
Robbie Slater.
Oh, you've looked.
I haven't looked.
You haven't looked?
I haven't looked.
Swear on your kid's life?
I saw my kid's life.
How did you know that?
Someone told me.
All right, fine. Who told you?
The head of the Premier League messaged me.
What's his name?
That's not Henry's name.
Keep texting 1889.
Nope. 1889.
Right, time now for this.
EV Lover on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark Charge. Ultra rapid EV charging at an ultra low price. Find out more at arnoldclark.com.
When we get in our show, by the way, you and me?
You love that one. Stop banging that drum.
Don't think you can afford me now. Right, I'm very excited about this. Thanks to Arnold Clark Charge, we've got an electrifying cash prize to give away today. We've also got a place in our grand final in Glasgow next week up for grabs, where one lucky winner will win a new MGS5 electric car. Joining us now, randomly selected from all of our online entries, is Christopher. Hello, Christopher.
Hello.
Right, okay. Right, let me explain to you exactly how it works. Have you heard this quiz, by the way?
Yeah, I have it. General knowledge sport, isn't it?
Okay, yes, it is, yeah. Let me explain exactly how it works to you, and in case we've got millions of people around the world who have not heard it yet. I'm going to give you 60 seconds on the clock to answer as many questions about sporting speed and power as you can. For each correct answer, you'll earn yourself a point and £100. You're allowed to pass if you don't know the answer, but we can only accept your first response. And if you are top point score at the end of the week, which is today, along with the cash, you'll also win a place in our grand final in Glasgow next week, where you could win the new MGS5 electric car. If in the event of a tie, you tie with our top score, our current top score of 3, we'll welcome back Richard from Tuesday's quiz for you and him to answer one final question to decide the winner. Does all of that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Dale, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Chris,
Dale.
we've got 60 seconds on the clock. I'll be as quick as I can. I won't say correct or incorrect. As soon as you answer, we'll move on. Are you ready?
Quick enough. Yep, come.
Okay, here we go. Your time starts now. Powerful said about Carlos Puyol, captain which Spanish team to 6 trophy wins in the 08-09 season?
Barcelona.
Which West Coast team does NBA superstar LeBron James play for?
LA Lakers.
Which team did Ayrton Senna win all 3 of his World Championships with?
McLaren.
Which recently retired scrum half is England Rugby Union's team's most capped player?
Ben Youngs.
The Colorado Rapids compete in which sport?
Basketball.
Which British boxer took less than 2 minutes to stop Dillian White? Which Man City player scored the fastest goal at the World Club Cup over the summer?
Haaland.
Nicknamed Caveman, French rugby union player Sebastien Chabel plays for which English side?
Bristol.
Ed Air, you've got me on Ed Air, so I can continue. Fired a powerful 25-yard strike past Hugo Lloris in extra time of the Euros in the 2016 final to win the first ever major tournament for which country?
2016.
Gonna have to hurry you. Quick.
Portugal.
Is the right answer. I think you've smashed it, to be fair. You got 5. You've got 5, my producer tells me. That means, let me just check with him, that means you've won it. Is that right? You've won it. Congratulations.
Happy days.
Happy days. Well done. You are now the high scorer at the end of the week. You've also won a place at our grand final in Glasgow next week, where you could win a new MGS5 electric car. How about that?
Happy days. Over the moon, man.
Christopher, well done to you. Congratulations. That's all thanks to Arnold Clark Ultra Rapid EV charging at just 55p per kilowatt hour. Find out more at arnoldclark.com.
EV Lover on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark Charge for your chance to win a new MGS5. Enter online now at talksport.com/win.
Right, time now for this. Yes, we like that music, and we like Bentley's EFL Corner, where we take a look ahead to a big old weekend of action in the EFL across the talkSPORT network. Benty.
What's happening, my brother?
I'll just explain what's happening.
Yeah, like EFL Corner. Are you going to hit?
Right, let's start with talkSPORT 2's live and exclusive commentary of the Hollywood Derby between Wrexham and Birmingham tonight, a mid-table clash with Birmingham 11th, Wrexham their 15th, and Birmingham have only won 1 of their last 6 games in all competitions. Their boss, Chris Davies, spoke to the media ahead of the game and said they need to start picking up more points.
You're going to some difficult venues and you have to, manage the game at times a little bit more when you're away from home. That's just normal. That's just the game. And from our point of view, we have to turn what has been some promising performances. We've had a few that, periods within games that have been below our normal level, but we've been competitive in others and have taken nothing from it. So again, what we need to do is make sure that we keep the back door shut. There's no silly mistakes. There's nothing that goes in that shouldn't go in.
I was listening to Breakfast Show this morning and they were talking about the expectation on both sides before the season started. I think to expect Wrexham to keep going up is a little bit too much, right?
I think so. I think Birmingham was the one I was thinking, because they haven't been in the Championship that long ago. I just thought they'd be better. And I know it's only 8 games in, but I just expected them to maybe be a little bit more consistent. I mean, the 2-2 Sheffield Wednesday, you'd look at that and go, they probably should win that, because Sheffield Wednesday, we know what they're going through, tough time at the minute. Although they're making a good fist of it, by the way, because even with the situation with the owners, they're still managing to grind out results, unbeaten in the last 3. But I just expected with the Birmingham to be a little bit better. Wrexham, I always wondered when it would get to a point where they're and this is not, I'm not being facetious or being disrespectful, but when their money gets to a point where it doesn't take them better than everyone else. So League 2 happened, League 1 happened, Championship now. There's some big clubs in.
Yeah, now it's different.
Now it's different.
Yeah.
So I thought Wrexham would probably take a couple of seasons to kind of sit where they are and then maybe go again, but I didn't expect certainly Wrexham to go straight back up.
No. Do you think either of these managers are under pressure?
No.
They can't be, right? I think I'm right in saying Wrexham's still got the same manager backroom staff they had when they were non-league, right?
Yeah, Phil Parkinson's been there for a long time.
Unbelievable.
I don't think so. I mean, you look at some of the sides that are in this Championship. You've got the likes of Middlesbrough, Coventry, Ipswich, Stoke, West Brom. Do you know what I mean? These teams have all had periods in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? You've got Southampton down there having a bit of a tough time. Portsmouth. There's some big clubs. I mean, the bottom three are Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, and Sheffield United. Big clubs.
I mean, all three of them could be Premier League, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
One of them's won it.
Again, yeah.
So
that's right, yeah.
That's the thing. So I just think you have to just kind of. It was always going to get to a point where it was almost going to kind of level itself out, and maybe that's what's happening this season.
Yeah. Birmingham going to this one favourites, I'm led to believe. How do you see it going? 8 o'clock tonight, Wrexham against Birmingham live on talkSPORT 2.
I think it'll be a really good game, and it was a really good game in League One last year because they played each other quite early on, if I remember rightly, and Birmingham won. I could see like a 2-2.
Can you? You think it'd be that?
Yeah, 2-2, yeah.
Right. As I said, that one live on talkSPORT 2. Right, let's move on to talkSPORT 2's commentary of Sheffield Wednesday against Coventry tomorrow lunchtime. Now, Coventry, they're unbeaten so far this season. They go into the weekend just 2 points off top spot. Meanwhile, Sheffield Wednesday, of course, have had their issues. You just mentioned there in the bottom three. 23rd they are now, just 1 win so far. Let's talk about the away team first. Coventry, they're an amazing start under Frank Lampard. He's picked up where he left off last season. Not the biggest squad, but obviously a real good group of players. And Frank Lampard doing, working magic there.
Yeah, he's got some really good players in his squad. I mean, I'm a big fan of Haji Wright. I mean, he's their top goal scorer. And he's playing centre-forward. I'm not even sure he's a centre-forward. I think he's more of a wide player, but he's fit, he looks healthy, he's playing well. Sakamoto, I like him as well. Thomas Asante, good player as well. I like what Frank's doing there. And again, I don't want to get carried away, but it is a long season. But where they are right now, second, 16 points just behind Middlesbrough, they're in a good spot. Now, they've got teams that are just behind them. I mean, they're second on 16. You can go all the way down to 8th, 9th, 12 points. It's only 4-point gaps. It's so congested.
It's always tight the whole season.
Always congested. But if you just keep winning your games and picking up results, I mean, they're having a fantastic run at the minute at Coventry, and then they've got to come up Sheffield Wednesday away. Yep. They're fighting for almost more than just those 3 points with what's going on at the football club. Then Blackburn at home, Portsmouth away.
Winnable games.
They are winnable.
Where are Portsmouth in league?
Portsmouth in the bottom. I'm pretty sure.
So they've got games where if you're going to push for promotion...
they're Portsmouth for 17th.
Okay, yeah, you need to win. Do you think it's a little bit too early to suggest that automatic promotion should be the aim for Coventry this season?
I think top 6 for sure. That should be the aim, the way they finished last season. And you've got to think, I'm pretty sure, now, I'm sure people will correct me, but I'm going to just double check just to make sure. You look at, they lost in the semis, didn't they, to
Coventry? Yeah,
for Sunderland.
Yeah.
I thought they played the better football. And
over the 2 legs.
Over the 2 legs, and obviously they got sucker punch at the end in the first leg. No, it was the second leg when Ballard scores after 120 minutes.
Right at the death.
Right at the death.
I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah. So yes, I think that automatic should be on the thing, but top 6 minimum. I think they're easily good enough to make play.
Okay. What will the score be tomorrow at 12:30? Sheffield Wednesday against Coventry. It's live on talkSPORT 2 and exclusive. I'll have you know what will the score be.
3-1 Coventry.
Right, we haven't got time. Oh, have we, Joe? Oh,
no, we've also got Ipswich.
Yeah, Sunday at 12 o'clock. Ipswich against Norwich. Go on, the Canaries. Live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2. Not the best start for Ipswich. Where are they at the moment in the Championship? Where are they? Ipswich. Have you got the league table up there?
Yeah, we're right.
Where are they?
Yeah, we're rising to
13th.
No, we're rising to the playoffs though.
Yeah, but where are you at the moment?
Yeah, we're currently 13th. Yeah, but I won win in the playoffs.
I'm going straight up. Lee Davis.
Honestly,
what's happening?
No, listen, we've got off to a bit of a tricky start, right? But now you look at the last few results. Obviously, after the 2-2 with Derby,
yeah,
smashed Sheffield United 5-0.
Yeah,
the Blackburn one was called off. I'm rightly so.
I mean, you got away with murder, by the way. There
beat Portsmouth 2-1, and now draw 1-1 with Bristol. See,
drawing 1-1 with Bristol. Hey,
bit of momentum.
Okay, what's happened? 13. I mean, it's no good.
Mate, it's not about peaking right now.
Oh, no, but at the moment it's no good.
No, it's not that it's no good.
How are Norwich? Where are they in there? You got league.
Mate, they are. To be honest, we're talking about Norwich, yeah? Norwich are currently 19th.
All right, so how many points difference?
2. Okay,
so they go above you. Oh, sorry, hold on. So we go above you?
You don't, because you ain't going to win.
No, but I'm saying if Norwich win, they go above it. Oh, I hope you get smashed.
But what? Why?
Because you're so heavy on Ipswich. Like.
No, we're not. We're just...
I've got to balance it up. A sign of a good broadcast is to balance up the argument.
Okay, so...
You're Ipswich, is Ipswich.
Yeah.
I'm Norwich.
Okay.
All right.
I know shout of Charlton in this EFL conference.
We haven't got that yet. What will the score be, Ben? Okay, what will Ipswich win by? 12 o'clock, live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2 on Sunday. Ipswich against Norwich. The Witch Derby. Does anyone call it that? The Witch Derby?
No, 3-0 Ipswich. I hope Marcelo Núñez. Is he fit, Joe? Núñez, is he fit? Yeah, but he scores 2.
Can't wait for that. 5 o'clock, let me remind you, 5 o'clock, the England squad was announced earlier today. Some big names missed out, including Foden, Grealish, Wharton. Who's the other one? Bellingham.
Bellingham, yeah.
Big names. So we'll talk about England from 5. If you phone up, you can have your say 03717 223344. And the legend is Jack... What's your name? Wilshere.
Jack Grealish, yeah.
Jack Wilshere will be joining us as well at 5:30. A busy show. Told you it is. If you want to be a part of it and have your say on all things England, 03717 223344.
Sunday vibes, is it, right?
I think it is for Ryan today. You are listening to me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, on talkSPORT Drive, brought to you by the upcoming film The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne Johnson, out in cinemas now. Still to come, we'll be joined by former Arsenal and England midfielder Jack Wilshere. Just quickly, Arsenal have opened talks with defender Julian Timber over his new contract. Arnie Slot has said that it is difficult to say when goalkeeper Alisson will return from injury. And from 5, we're discussing Thomas Tuchel leaving Bellingham, Foden, Grealish and Adam Wharton out of his latest England squad. Very bizarre. In fact, he spoke to talkSPORT earlier today and said that those players would just have to work harder to get back in.
I think it's a very straightforward message. There's no mix-up that some player is back in camp and some player is not back in camp. It's a message that the players out who are not in camp will not like, but they have no other choice than to accept it, because we decided to go with the same team because we loved what we saw and we loved the impact that every player had in last camp. So that's a decision for this camp, and after that the competition is on for next camp.
He definitely picks his favourites, doesn't he? I do think form's totally irrelevant to him.
I think in certain positions, he's got his tried and trusted. And okay, I understand that with certain managers, if you've got players that you believe can get you over the line, that you believe will work well for you, then I get it. But there's definitely some players I believe that should be in the England squad. And it's, if you're picking players on form, I mean, Grealish, he just recently won Player of the Month. For me, he has to be in there.
Foden's hit form. I absolutely love Adam Wharton. I need to see him in that England squad. He's not in either. Injuries might... I mean, I think he came off
again,
with a knock.
He always comes off with little bumps here and there, but Jude Bellingham's one, and I wonder if there's a little bit of friction between those two.
I wonder that.
Remember the mum's comments about he finds his mannerisms disgusting and all that? So I wonder if that plays its part as well, but you can't leave Bellingham out.
Is it inconceivable if a manager doesn't get on with a player? In this case, in theory, if Tuchel doesn't get on with Jude Bellingham, is it inconceivable to think that he wouldn't take him to the World Cup?
No, I think you have to, but I mean, it depends. If Jude doesn't come back and is playing okay, then he might find it okay to leave him out. I mean, I wouldn't, no way. But I'm not saying it's inconceivable, but
some players might not be playing well for a club. Like Shearer, I'm going back some time now, but Shearer in '96.
Yeah, but Danny
couldn't
Welbeck
score for Toffee.
Danny Welbeck had a period where he wasn't really playing. I think he was maybe at Arsenal at the time.
Yeah.
Every single time he put on the England shirt, he scored. Right.
Yeah.
But I look at it and just go, okay, like the squad is decent. Like there's a lot of players in there that I'd expect, but still, I'm looking at the midfield of Anderson, Gibbs-White, Henderson, Loftus-Cheek, Rice, and Rodgers. Rodgers has got off to a slow start. So that, do you know what I mean? So there's no reason why Wharton can't be in there. Foden could be in there instead. Yeah. I mean, Loftus-Cheek's doing well. It's been interesting to see what happens after this, because once Bellingham starts playing again at Real Madrid, Foden continues his form, Grealish continues his form.
Who'd you drop out of them?
And there's one more who wasn't in there. Wharton, Foden, Grealish, and there's one more, right?
Bellingham.
Oh, Bellingham. I said Bellingham. So, because them four will start playing. I mean, Wharton has been absolutely outstanding.
Okay, well, listen, we'll talk about that from 5. So if you want to have your say, 03717 223344, because it's time now for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, time now for today's Bet Builder with the friends at Paddy Power. Let's welcome Matt Kerr to the show. Hello, Matt, how are you?
Hello.
Good, thanks for coming on, man. Listen, we've got you on because we're looking forward to tomorrow afternoon in the Premier League. Man United play Sunderland at Old Trafford. Before we talk about our picks, can you remind us how the Bet Builder works and the charity that may benefit?
Yes, so the Bet Builder is just an accumulator on events within matches. You could have anything from shots, goals, assists, cards, fouls, corners, you name it. Anything we raise goes to the Attitude Foundation. And hopefully after a winner last week, we can get another one this week.
We won last week, did we?
What was that one on?
Last week's Man City match. Thanks to Haaland scoring twice in stoppage time, we got a winner for £56.
Amazing. Okay, we can win more than that though. Right, it's a 5-leg Bet Builder. These are our picks. I've gone for... Now, I had the first pick, and usually I go for Man United to win. I just couldn't do it. I've gone for under 3.5 goals.
Yeah, I was thinking hell froze over when I saw that you'd not picked Man United this week.
Yeah.
So far this season, Sunderland's not had a single game go over 3.5. The closest they came was battering West Ham 3-0, and I'd be surprised if that well, with the way Man United are these days, I'm not counting anything out. And then United themselves, they've had it happen on 4 out of 6 games this season, so another pretty good hit rate.
Yeah, I've gone for both teams to score.
Yeah, United not kept a clean sheet so far this season, but the only teams that shut them out are Arsenal and Man City, and by all means, they are not Sunderland. The Black Cats themselves have managed 3 clean sheets this season, but against the likes of West Ham and Forest, it's again not quite the same story.
Producer Joe, who of course became a father again this week, he's gone for Brian and Buemo to have 1 or more shots on target.
Yeah, so Man United have actually had more shots than any team in the league this season. They've just not been good shots. Mbeumo does average 1 on target per game, though, so far. And he does play the full 90 most matches, although that doesn't matter as much with Paddy Power's super sub. And there's a chance now, after Bruno Fernandes has missed 2 penalties in a row, he could be on penalties.
Right, 3 down, 2 to go. Next up, the people. They've gone for United goalkeeper to make 2 or more saves.
Yeah, I think the people are waiting for Lammens to finally make his anticipated debut for Man United here. Bayern does get 2.2 per game, but Lammens, if he plays, is averaging 4.3 a game last season in the Belgian league.
Okay, last one is you. What are you going for?
I am going for Bruno Fernandes to get fouled. It happens on average 1.8 times per game, and it's mostly driven by the way he plays in Amorim's 3-4-3. He's often having to play by himself in midfield, and he's one of the best playmakers in the league, constantly on the ball in transition. You've got to do something to stop him.
Right, all that means, of course, what? The odds and the value of the charity bet are what?
So, altogether, with under 3.5, both teams to score, and Mbeumo 1 shot on target, 2 saves for Man United's goalkeeper, and Bruno Fernandes to be fouled. Got just short of 15-2 this week. £10 would pay 84 for the Attitude Foundation.
Fingers crossed, Matt. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers,
Have a
Matt.
nice weekend. We'll speak
Always
to you
a
in
pleasure.
There
Thank
you go.
you.
That's Paddy Power's bet builder for today. Minimum odds 1 to 5 per leg 80 plus. BeGambler.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
Jack Wilshere will be joining us in the next hour, but when we come back, we'll be getting your views on all things England and Thomas Tuchel. 4 big players haven't made the squad. What have you made of that? 03717 22 3344.
It's a bold call, but one he's sticking by. Thomas Tuchel's refused to call up Jude Bellingham for England, but he's outright denied there's a rift developing between the two. There's no Foden or Grealish for the upcoming internationals, but that doesn't mean the World Cup squad is decided.
Are there players out who deserve to be with us? Yes, for sure. Is there a way back? into the team through performance. 100% for sure.
It's disappointing for those who miss out, but in the eyes of Pep Guardiola, Tuchel can't keep Foden out for long.
Thomas knows what he needs for the national team 1,000 times, a million times, trillion times better than me. All I can say, Phil is still playing like he's playing.
England are set to face Wales in a friendly next Thursday before travelling to Latvia for a World Cup qualifier the following Tuesday. Hear both matches live on talkSPORT. Thomas Frank has confirmed Christian Romero will return and start for Spurs tomorrow. They go away to Leeds in talkSPORT's live and exclusive lunchtime kickoff. Frank says the Ellen Road atmosphere isn't the only thing they'll have to overcome.
They defend extremely well. They give very little away in open play. So we need to really be aware of that and really know that this is a game that can be 90 minutes back and forth, small setbacks you need to overcome, but we're ready for it.
He also said it's great news that Rodrigo Bentancur has signed a new long-term contract. Arne Slot admits he'll be surprised if Alisson is available for the first game back after the international break. The keeper's out for this weekend's trip to Stamford Bridge and won't travel to be part of the Brazil squad. Slot's confident they have a solid understudy, though, in Georgi Mamadashvili.
We've seen against Southampton how well he's adjusted. We knew that we were bringing in a very good goalkeeper, but when he plays his first game, that's always the best way of seeing that he's adjusted well or not. And I think we've seen in that game that he's adjusted really well.
Manchester United has confirmed it will hold a minute's silence prior to kick-off against Sunderland tomorrow in honour of the victims of the terror attack there this week. 2 people were killed and 3 injured in a knife attack outside a synagogue in Heaton Park yesterday. There's more news at talksport.com.
Moose? Oh, was that Moose?
Hello?
Oh, Moose, I'm just doing the show. I'll speak to you in about 2 hours.
No worries.
Okay. You're listening to our number 2 drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein. Bent is here, everyone.
Darren Bent.
I just said that. Just quickly, just fade it down. We'll come into this in a minute. Just no, keep it bubbling, right? Too much bubble. Nice bubble. Just talking to Joe, our producer. I said, I've got a perfect Friday night dinner tonight. He went, what you got? I went, fish and chips. And he poo-pooed it. He went, no, it's not good at all.
Do you know what?
He said, after 6 chips, you get bored and the fish, never good.
Now,
I think Friday night dinner, fish and chips, is possibly top of the menu.
You're
one of them boiled chicken breaders, aren't you?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not, Penny, I'm not.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, like fish and chips, but I'm more like haddock and chips. But I like...
That's still a fish.
I know, but I hadn't finished what I was saying.
Oh, right.
But I always like to have a saveloy on the side.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that's fish and chips.
Yeah, I know, but I like to have a saveloy. Sometimes I have no fish.
I'm not talking about what else you can have with it. I'm just saying, fish and chips on a Friday.
Yeah, but then you said something weird. You let yourself down afterwards because you went to Ty's for Sunday night.
No.
Which is weird.
Because I said to Joe, what's the best Friday night? And he went Thai, and I went, it's more for Sunday evening.
I do like a big tasty.
No, but that's not.
You do, Cookie,
it's
it's not
Sunday,
about you.
That's not Sunday evening. Thai after roast.
No, but if you don't have a roast, I'll have a Thai on a Friday night.
Yes.
No, Sunday night.
Yes, weird.
Fish and chips, top of the list or not?
On a Friday night?
Yeah.
Chinese?
I mean, yeah, but you can have that any night of the week. I'd say Friday, any of the week.
What? And fish and chips is only on a Friday, is it?
You can't have fish and chips on a Monday.
Yeah, you can. I've done it before.
We shouldn't be open.
They are open.
Shouldn't be open. It's not fresh fish.
It's fresh.
It's not, because fish market's not open.
Well, he goes and catches it himself and brings it back.
Oh, does it? Okay, fine. You can goldfish and chips.
Yeah.
Right, now we've had that little bit of fun where you can lift the bed again now. There you go. Still, good work, Ryan. Still to come, we're joined by former Arsenal and England midfielder Jack Wilshere. But now, I know we will. Thomas Tuchel's named his latest England squad. There's some big names missing, Thomas.
Wolves 1, Everton 2, but it's the work again of Jack Grealish in combination with Dewsbury Hall down the left-hand side. The passing to him is sublime from Grealish.
And in form, Jack Grealish certainly brings something to the party.
Beats it unselfishly to Foden! 4-0!
And also, if I was Phil Foden, I'd start to get a bit worried now because I think Phil Foden has been somewhere near back to top form.
Yeah, England gaffer Thomas Tuchel has named his squad for next week's games against Wales and Latvia. The big news is that Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, they've all been left out. There's no room as well for Adam Wharton. He spoke to talkSPORT's Faker Others, not Adam Wharton, Thomas Tuchel, early after naming his squad and was asked about the big decisions.
The big kind of standout, bearing in mind he's getting himself back to fitness, is Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
What conversation did you have with him? How did that go?
First of all, a private conversation. And it goes quite well because I have a clear message and the player has no choice than to accept the message if he likes the message or not. There's an extra layer to it because Jude is just finding his rhythm. He hasn't completed one match over 90 minutes. He has only started one match, comes from surgery and is just finding his rhythm. So this is, I think, an extra reason to not pick him, but the main reason is that we stick with the squad that was in camp last time.
With Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham, they were always, the first names when fit on the team sheet because, and you've spoken previously about their individual quality. Is there a risk at the moment, bearing in mind there's only the November camp and the March camp after this one, that you lose that togetherness by not, what they bring, but if they're not in the squad, are they not coming to the World Cup?
Then they have to make sure that they are in the squad, and this is the only chance is by performance. And if they are not in the squad and the squad performs like they performed in the last match, why would I change the squad?
So does it feel like a bit of a message to those who are on the outside at the minute?
The message, competition is on, that's the message, and this is on for Phil, and it's on for Jack, and it's on for Jude, and it's on for Trevor Chalobah, it's on for everyone, and it's also on for the guys who are in camp.
Don't know how I feel about Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, I still like him. I like him.
I don't not like him, but it worries me when I know we're crying out for creative players and we've got, Grealish, I'd say Bellingham's creative, and Foden.
Yeah.
Arguably three of the most talented English players we got.
Yeah,
and all three of them aren't in it.
Well, out of all of them, right, I've seen Grealish have his moments for England. I've gone, yep. I've seen where he's been the main man. I've seen Bellingham, again, being the main man for England, have big performances. I haven't seen Phil for England have his...
Sorry, can we make more noise in there? Should we come into H&J and make as much noise in the gallery? Should we do that? George, you want to... Sorry, Benny, I can only apologise. Honestly.
Yeah, so...
the lack of respect to this place, disgusting. Sorry, Darren.
Yeah, but listen, he's gone with Bowen, who I think should be in there. He started off very well. Eze looked great for Arsenal. Anthony Gordon looks quite sharp. Kane, Rashford, Saka. I mean, Watkins is probably the one you'd go. I mean, is the one you'd go, he hasn't got off the best of starts, but then who is that backup? Rashford can play down the middle. But these guys have to keep playing well. Foden's going to have to keep playing well. Jude's obviously, he said he's got to get his rhythm back, so okay, I'll accept that. I think Jack's been brilliant. I think Jack should be in it.
So Jack, right, has been brilliant.
Okay, but who'd you leave out?
Give me the players again.
Bowen, don't play on the same side.
No.
Eze, no. Gordon, Kane, Rashford, Saka, Watkins.
Well, Watkins.
I want to put Grealish, Watson, and Rashford.
Well, Watkins has not earned it. I like Watkins, but who's had a better last 4 or 5 weeks?
I agree. I think Jack has been fantastic. So, and Adam Wharton's a strange one, but maybe the injuries. Anderson was brilliant in the last couple of internationals for England as well. Gibbs White, I think, has been okay, right? But I'd still like to see Adam Wharton in there.
Strange one.
What, Gibbs White?
Not Gibbs White. Who's your Lewis Skelly's in it, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think he's a brilliant player.
Hasn't played much.
Mate,
but when he played the other day...
Yeah, no, without a doubt. But the reason I'd put him in the squad, but the reason I'm mentioning it is because it's almost like... So he's picking players, right, in Ollie Watkins that ain't playing well.
Yeah.
He's picking players in Lewis Skelly that ain't playing.
Yeah.
Over players like Jack Grealish and Phil Foden that are playing well.
But
so that's what worries me.
But with the Lewis Skelly one, he plays in a position where we haven't blessed with numbers.
Right.
So Dan Burn can play there, but he's not a left back.
No.
Jed Spence can play there, but I think his best position is on the other side.
Yeah.
And that's it. So
okay. Yeah.
Point well
made.
I watched him against Olympiacos. Mate, he was brilliant. Honestly, for someone who hasn't played as much, he has been brilliant. Like for Arsenal, against Olympiacos, he got his body in the way. He drew fouls. He was comfortable in possession when he stepped into midfield. I mean, he is such a talent. And the only reason why he's not playing for Arsenal at the minute is because Calafiori's been incredible.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. But on the whole, I'm quite happy with the squad. But I can't wait till we get closer. And he's got to narrow it down.
I just feel as though at the moment it seems to be irrelevant what you do with your club. He'll just pick who he wants.
Do you think Henderson should have been in there?
Yeah, I do actually. Last couple of thoughts, yeah, I do.
Oh,
no, I'm just honest.
Good.
No, but that's the thing. If I don't, I'll be honest with you. But he's been playing really well. I mean, some of his 50, 60-yard passes have been amazing.
Do you know what? So I think a lot of people were underwhelmed with Thomas Tuchel and some of his results and performances, and rightly so. But I do think the Serbia one was when everyone went,
yeah,
5-0 away from home.
Yeah.
And Serbia's a tough place to go, and they completely battered them. And I think that a lot of people went, that's what I've seen him trying to do now. So I'm excited, but you're right. There are some big players that are not in this squad that are playing well enough to get themselves into the squad.
Let's go to the phone lines. Danny's a Man United fan. Hello, Danny. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, gents. How are you?
Yeah, well, good, man. What would you like to say about all things Thomas and England?
I just wonder if he's got a bit of a method behind the madness, really. You've got a lot of fringe players. I mean, he's just testing them out. I think the likes of Bellingham and that might pick themselves to the World Cup.
Okay, why is someone like Kane in the squad then? I mean, I hear what you're saying, but there are loads of other players we don't need to see anymore, right? If that's the case.
Yeah, true. But I just think, likes of Bellingham, Grealish, if he continues, you know what you're going to get out of him. Maybe you just need to see a bit more, just to almost like pick the bench, if you like.
Do you know someone who must be incredibly disappointed not to be featured? Tyreek Mitchell. Because at Crystal Palace, I know they play with wing backs, but that was Thomas Tuchel's favourite, the three at the back.
Yeah.
That him at left back or left wing back for Palace has been absolutely incredible. So I'm shocked that he's not on it.
Yeah, 100%. I think he definitely deserves a shot at it, especially like you say, he's including Lewis Skelly. So,
Danny, you're a Man United fan. What do you make about Marcus Rashford being in the squad?
Probably deserves it in current form. I like to see him do well, to be honest, but shame he couldn't hit that form at United, really.
Okay, thanks for your call. Remind me, is Rashford on loan or did we sell him?
No, he's on loan.
He's on loan.
And he's passed over there. You see it?
So I think he's an unbelievable player. I mean, he's a little bit worried that every single player that's left Man United is doing well.
Even Højlund's, his 2 finishes.
Unbelievable. So calm.
But again, sometimes Man United is a football club, though. I know Rashford's gone to Barca, which is some people might say is a step up in terms of size of the club. They're in the same.
Yeah.
But it's like they're playing with a real freshness. I mean, I'm telling you now, in recent times, even Anthony at Betis is doing a bit, but in recent times, it's McTominay's the one, man.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Because he went to Italy and just turned himself into a superstar. He's in a Ballon d'Or list.
It's quite. I mean, they could win the Champions League. They're probably I would imagine they're the best teams come out of Italy at the moment, right?
Inter, maybe. Do you know what it is, right?
They could win the Champions League, though.
I just think you've got good players at Man United, but it's structure. That's your problem. So he's gone to Barca, structure. Napoli, structure.
Where would he? It's going to sound nuts to ask this question. Where would he start for Man United, Scott McTominay?
Well, that's the thing. The system that you play.
I know. It's insane.
Doesn't really help him, does it? Because he's not a holder. He is a box-to-box. He's an 8.
He's an 8.
He's an 8. Getting up
and we don't really have that role.
No, you've either got a holder or 10.
Don't talk about Man United. Right, we'll take your calls on all things England. Thomas.
They get a job at wing back, won't he? Amorim. Get McTominay at wing back.
That's not a bad idea. Or goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You never know, do you? 03717223344. Jack Wilshere will be joining us for 15 minutes. He'll have his say, but you can beat him to it if you pick up the phone now. 03717223344. England chat right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT. You listen to Goldstein Bent on talkSPORT Drive in partnership with the new film The Smashing Machine. It's based on a true story. Can't wait to see this. It's in cinemas now. Still to come, we'll be joined by our former Arsenal and England midfielder, the wonderful Jack Wilshere. Just quickly, Arne Slot said it's going to be difficult to say when his goalkeeper Alisson will return from injury. And a Newcastle gaffer, Eddie Howe, he said that he would love midfielder Elliot Anderson back at the club. Right, it's time now for this.
That hits hard with The Smashing Machine, the powerhouse new UFC movie starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, in cinemas now.
Yes, back to the phone lines in a moment, but first, of course, a new film, The Smashing Machine, is in cinemas now. It stars Dwayne Johnson as UFC legend Mark Kerr. Our very own Darren Bent caught up with The Rock last week, and Bentley asked him about the body transformation he had to go through for the role.
I read something somewhere as well for you, Dwayne, that you had to bulk up, which... Sorry, I find that really
it was really
difficult
funny.
to believe.
Benny being like,
that?
do you work out? You're going to have to. Like.
Yeah, I found that really difficult to believe. How hard is it for you to obviously change different weights for different roles?
Well, I've done that in the past, you know, a couple of pounds here, 5 or 10, you know, modulate the weight
This
up
was
and down.
massive,
This was
yeah.
bananas. Like, Benny came to me and we had a good laugh about it. He said, I don't know how to say this, and I don't know if you've ever been asked this, but you're going to have to get bigger. And I kind of laughed, but I knew he was right because
And then he
Mark
said,
Kerr
like,
was a
puffier.
Puffier, because Mark was a big guy, a lot bigger than I was back then. And he also had the challenge of putting on 30 pounds to play Mark Kerr is that Mark Kerr's muscle is a different kind of fast twitch fiber muscle that, you know, athletes out there and coaches, you know what I'm talking about with wrestlers, because, you know, it's that fast twitch movement. So I had to put on the weight and at the same time make sure that I still stayed agile, and I had to move in the ring and in the cage. Yeah. That was hard, man. And that's a lot of weight to put on because Mark was so big in his traps and his back and his legs, you know, from all the takedowns and that movement that he would do. So that was hard to do, man.
Honestly, you're right, Rocky, man. Yeah.
Do you know what? I look at that, and I can't work out who's not the Hollywood superstar.
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, done well to know.
You're good, but I was proud of you.
Like, you know what? Thank you.
Because you all look like friends, you look having fun, and you look cool and relaxed, and you look good.
Do you know what I will say? You sent me a nice message in the morning.
I did send you a nice.
And I thought, you know what? Fair play. Because that kind of calmed me down. Give me a few little pointers.
That's nice.
And I was like, cheers, Andy. Took that on board.
Good work, son. Good work. Proud
I'm
of you. You can watch The Smashing Machine in cinemas now.
That hits hard with The Smashing Machine, the powerhouse new UFC movie starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, in cinemas now.
I think I've got DiCaprio next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, DiCaprio. And I think a week after Tom Hanks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
What?
Tom Hanks.
Oh, for you.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll talk about Castaway too.
Imagine if they got stuck on another island.
Imagine that. You know?
Imagine they flew him home. They've just rescued him.
Yeah.
They flew him home, and that one crashed as well.
Yeah. Castaway 2. Him and DiCaprio. So yeah,
if you could star alongside anyone,
Denzel Washington.
No, in a film.
Oh, okay.
That's already been made. Like, whose role would you like that already? Like, for argument's sake, I know you love Denzel.
Yeah.
So you might say that you want to be. Who's the fella that?
Training Day.
Yeah. Who's the fella that he was alongside?
Ethan Hawke. Yes.
Would that be the role you like?
That'd be one. I wouldn't mind being in Bad Boys. I'd be Martin Lawrence with Will Smith.
Yeah. You love Will Smith.
Yeah, he's one of my favourites.
Did the slap thing ever change it?
Not one thing.
No, okay, fine.
Who else would I like to be part of?
What about Keanu Reeves in The Matrix?
Me?
Fishbone.
I'll be Morpheus.
Is that Fishbone?
Yeah, Lawrence Fishbone. Yeah.
Right.
But you know what as well? Mark Wahlberg's like one of my favourites as well. So what's he been in where there's a couple?
What about No Pain No Gain or Pain and Gain or whatever it's called?
No, sorry. No, I didn't like the film. I'll tell you what though. I'll be Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee. God, me fighting Bruce.
Well, they're just actors, so.
No, there you go.
Or what would you be? Enter the Dragon or Way of the Dragon?
Way of the Dragon.
Yeah.
That honestly, watch the fight scene at the end of The Way of the Dragon.
No, I think you'll find Enter the Dragon.
No, watch The Way.
Oh, it's Chuck Norris in Way of the Dragon.
Yeah, please watch Way of the Dragon and the fight scene at the end.
I don't want to watch it.
Watch it.
It's just acting, and you think it's real.
No, sorry. And Joe, I know we've got to move on. I apologise, right? What about the fight scene I showed you with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bruce Lee?
Oh, yeah, I'd never seen it before.
Game of Death.
No, hold on. Tell everyone about the Bruce Lee movie where Bruce Lee's not in it.
Right, it's a Game of Death.
Right, this is unbelievable little fact, by the way.
For the first hour and a bit, he's not in it.
No, more than an hour and a bit. It's the last scene he is.
Right, but no, it's not. Because this is the weird part about it.
Okay.
The first hour and a half, or hour and 20 minutes, he's not in it.
Hold on. And you got to explain what happened. Why is it? Because he's in it, but he's not in it.
But he's obviously passed away.
Right. So while they were making the film, he sadly died.
He sadly dies, right? So the first hour and a bit, he's not in it. And then the fight scene...
You're still not doing it justice. They get a character to play...
Well, obviously, that's obvious.
No, but you haven't, when you say he's not in it, people might think, they got rid of the role.
There's an actor who's playing Bruce Lee in it, but Bruce Lee's not in it for the first time.
No one goes, well, that's not Bruce Lee. They just pretend that's Bruce Lee.
Yes, correct. Then he fights a fight scene where he's in this like kind of tower and he goes up different levels, and that's Bruce Lee. And he filmed that bit where at the end he fights Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, where he's wearing the yellow costume. And
they filmed that before he died?
Yes, right. Then,
as opposed to after he died.
After that bit, it goes back to the other Bruce.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, it goes back to the other Bruce.
They literally had one scene to make a whole movie.
I mean, what a film, though. That fight scene's a joke. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's a basketball player, right?
Yeah.
He's in Airplane.
Okay, I didn't know that, but yeah.
He's the pilot.
Okay, nice.
Have you seen Airplane?
Watched Game of Death.
Have you seen Airplane?
Yes. No.
Oh, my.
I watched the rubbish one with Kevin Hart. What was that? I think it's called Airplane.
I haven't seen that.
No, it's not. It's called something else. Soul Plane, I think it's called.
Watch Airplane, mate. One of the greatest movies ever. Right, let's take your calls on all things England. And Thomas Tickle. Jeff's a Newcastle fan. Hi, Jeff.
Afternoon, boys. How we doing?
We're good, man. Are you all right? Have you seen Airplane, the movie?
One of the best films ever.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it. What's the joke with the nuns?
Have you seen Game of Death?
Game of Death?
Oh, no, don't worry about it.
See, Bruce Lee.
Bentley, no.
Bruce
Is that Bruce Lee? Oh, not as good as Airplane. It can't be.
It's not. It's not.
Bruce.
Greatest density of jokes per minute of any film ever, I reckon.
Yeah, don't call me Shirley.
That's
my mum's name.
Surely not.
Relax, yeah?
Is that your mum's name, Shirley?
Yeah, relax, yeah?
Go on then, Jeff. What do you want to say?
Well, I'm really pleased that some of these big names have been left out of the England squad. You know, there's exceptions. I probably would have liked to have seen Grealish in. But what it says to me is that Tuchel's picking players, it's a meritocracy. You know, if you come in and you do well, you'll keep your spot. And gone are the days where just because you're getting on the field for a Real Madrid or an Arsenal or a Liverpool or a Man United, you're an automatic pick. And I think it shows that the Premier League is evening up. And if you're playing really well for a mid-table Premier League team, that counts much more than being okay for a top 4 team.
Do you know what? It's a really good point you make, Jeff. My only thing is, is that Grealish has been incredible for whatever team he played for, and he's not in it. And I find that really bizarre because we all love Jack. We all know the abilities that he's got, and we'd all have him in our teams. And the fact that he's got back to his best and he's not in it, I'm a bit like, maybe just a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there, Ben, actually. So Grealish is the one that I probably would have had in because he has been so good. The only thing I'd say is there's a lot of competition for those spaces, aren't there? And he's been good for, half a dozen games?
Yeah.
So I'd hope that Tuchel's given him a call and said, you know what, you're doing great, mate. Do it keep it up for another couple of months. You'll be in the next squad. You'll get your chance. Just keep doing what you're doing. But, who
Jeff,
knows
just quickly, you're a Newcastle fan. You've got Forest at the weekend. What will the score be?
4-5-0. It's great. Yeah. It's fantastic to be playing a manager that seems to have less tactical awareness than the most basic management games you get on the computer. Every game on your app's got you want to play defensive, balanced, or attacking. And he doesn't even seem to be able to change amongst that. So
nuts,
I'm confident we'll give him a tonking.
Yeah, me too. 5-0, you say, yeah?
5-0, I reckon.
What about second half?
We'll ease off second half and give him a bit of a chance.
Jeff, have we spoke to you before?
You have once, mate. Basically, I always call you when I'm stuck in traffic and a bit bored.
All right, well, call us more often. You're a good caller, I like you.
All right, cheers, mate.
Thanks, Jeff. Have a nice weekend. There you go, Jeff, the Newcastle fan, having his say.
Man like Jeff.
Man like Jeff. Still to come, we'll be joined by former Arsenal and England midfielder, the legend that is Jack Wilshere. First, it's time for Go Juggling. Last one of the week, every day at R5. We've been setting Bentley a start, bench and sell. He's going to reveal the answer after the break. You ready? Oh.
This will be easy, this one.
I don't think... Would you know this?
Nope.
Today's strikers. Andy Cole.
Yeah.
Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ian Wright.
I mean, listen, well,
no, don't
I know you're starting. It's fact.
Okay.
Not fact.
You know you're selling?
Oh, jeez.
I told you. Jack Wilshere, the legend, is right after this. Live and Drive on talkSPORT.
It's a bold call, but one he's sticking by. Thomas Tuchel's refused to call up Jude Bellingham for England, but he's outright denied there's a rift developing between the two. There's no Foden or Grealish for the upcoming internationals, but that doesn't mean the World Cup squad is decided.
Are there players out who deserve to be with us? Yes, for sure. Is there a way back into this into the team through performance? 100% for sure.
It's disappointing for those who miss out, but in the eyes of Pep Guardiola, Tuchel can't keep Foden out for long.
Thomas knows what he needs for the national team 1,000 times, a million times, trillion times better than me. All I can say, if Phil is still playing like he's playing.
England are set to face Wales in a friendly next Thursday before travelling to Latvia for a World Cup qualifier the following Tuesday. Hear both matches live on talkSPORT. Thomas Frank has confirmed Christian Romero will return and start for Spurs tomorrow. They go away to Leeds in talkSPORT's live and exclusive lunchtime kickoff. Frank says the Ellen Road atmosphere isn't the only thing they'll have to overcome.
They defend extremely well. They give very little away in open play. So we need to really be aware of that and really know that this is a game that can be 90 minutes back and forth, small setbacks you need to overcome, but we're ready for it.
There's more news at talksport.com.
We'll be talking to a superstar in just a moment. But first, before the break, I set Bentley the task of telling us who he would start, bench and sell out of Andy Cole, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ian Wright. Now, you can't show favouritism here.
Well, no, you're right, yeah. I'm starting Ian Wright.
Okay, fine, right. I can't argue with that. You got Coley and Rudy.
Such a tough one, isn't it? I'm going to go start Wrighty. I'm going to bench Coley and I'm selling Ruud.
Oh, my God.
And I love Ruud, yeah, but I think about the consistency we spoke about.
You think Van Nistelrooy, you think Coley's better than Van Nistelrooy?
I'm not saying he's better, but look at the consistency. I know Ruud wasn't here that long, but you look at the goals Coley scored with the pen, no pens really, one, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right.
Consistent, yeah. I'm benching Coley, selling Ruud.
Selling Ruud? In today's market, how much are you getting for Ruud?
Mate, all of them. Imagine all of them.
No, but how much are you selling Ruud? How much are you selling for?
100 mil.
Oh, you'd easily get that.
Yeah.
Easily.
What's your one?
I would start Ruud, bench Wrighty, and sell Cole. I love Wrighty, but I just think Ruud's...
Look, honestly, go to lunch with Wright in that, knowing him.
No, but I've got
no respect.
I've got to be honest. Right, listen, Wrighty's a genius, we know that, but Ruud was one of the best strikers we've ever had at Man United, right?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. It's very close.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm starting Wright
I don't feel comfortable
every day.
selling any of them, to be fair. Right now, we're delighted to be joined by former Arsenal and England midfielder, and of course, friend of the show, the wonderful Jack Wilshere joins us. Jack, good afternoon.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, Darren.
Oh, tactics board in the background. I like that.
That's his bedroom. How are you, Jack?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Where are you, by the way? Where is that in your house? Or are you training?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm in my office. Not really an office, but I call it an office because it's got a computer in it.
Tax.
All right, and that's a gigantic Rolex you got on the wall behind you.
That's actually a fake, but don't tell no one that.
What, a fake wall?
It's a fake clock. My mate bought it for me for my birthday.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Did your mate know you know it's a fake clock?
He does now.
Oh, okay. Jack, what are you up to at the moment? What are you doing?
I am keeping myself busy, so I'm actually quite enjoying it. I've never really had this time. First of all, I'm being a dad. I'm on every school run. I've actually become a real fan of other shows on talkSPORT as well, apart from this one.
Hold on.
Yeah, then I'll mix it up. I'll do a little bit of gym some days. I started boxing. I'll obviously try and keep myself up to date with what's happening in football. Try and watch a game, see what teams are doing, and then try and have conversations with people.
This is probably the first time you've been out of football for a long, long time, right? Are you going to enjoy the gap off, or are you looking actively to get back into it? What are your thoughts for the next 6 months?
It's tough. It's tough, Andy, because I think when I look back on this time, I'll probably think, I should have enjoyed it more, and I shouldn't have been that stressed about trying to get back in, but I think because it's the first time, and I haven't been coaching that long. I've been coaching 3 years, and I had an amazing 3 years where I learned so much, and I was still on that journey of learning, and now I have to find a way to kind of continue that journey myself, which I am, and it's fine. But yeah, I'm probably not enjoying it as much as I should.
Okay, if the phone rang and you got offered an unbelievable job with great money, but it was Spurs, would you go?
No.
Okay. Right, listen. Let's start with your old side, Arsenal. After that late win against Newcastle over the weekend, they're favourites now for the title with quite a few people. Does it feel to you like this is finally the year it's all going to click?
Before we go there, I was listening to you about Ruud van Nistelrooy, and if he was worth 100 million, how much is Thierry worth?
Well,
Thierry's 300 million.
Hold on. Benty said 100 million, not me.
What do you reckon?
What, Ruud? In today's climate, 150.
And Thierry?
149.
Yeah, this is an idiot. He's an idiot, Jack. Thierry's about 250.
Well,
Right,
hold on.
back
Okay,
to-
hold
yeah,
on,
hold on, back to
Jack.
your-
Hold on.
Okay.
If you're both saying that, right, that Shearer's 250.
Shearer?
What did you just say?
Thierry.
Thierry 250. Okay. What's Haaland worth? I mean, he's 25 at the moment. What's he worth? If
Thierry is better than Haaland.
No, I know, but what are you saying right now in this climate? A 25-year-old Erling Haaland's worth
240.
180.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know now. Because it's not what people are worth.
Gokares 200.
What quid?
Hold on, hey, ask Sesko over there.
He's all right.
Jack, we've had a bet. Me and Goldstein over here. Who scored more goals, Gyökeres or Šeško?
Oh no, you're throwing money away, Golds. I know you got loads of it, but you shouldn't do that.
See,
I haven't got loads of it yet. I need to sell my hair product. Right, listen. Let's carry on talking about your old side Arsenal. Right, is it finally the year it's all going to click or not? How are you feeling about them?
It feels like that, but it felt like that a little bit last year for me as well. And Liverpool sort of came, didn't they, and surprised everyone a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's the best I've seen in the squad probably ever. Still have to keep everyone fit because it's okay saying you've got a squad, but you have to keep them fit because if not, you go back to what we had last year. So I think we still have to manage that, but we've got quality all over the pitch. But it feels like it, Andy. It does feel like it. I think we're, all the talk of, is it a defensive approach? I don't think we should be worrying about that at this point. I think in some games you're going to have to just be hard to play against. Of course, at times you want to see a little bit more, but we're not losing. Being hard to play against is a big strength of champions. They need it. You see it over the years. I remember going to Old Trafford time and time again and playing well and dominating the game, but losing the game. So that doesn't worry me. And yeah, let's just go from strength to strength.
Jack, who's going to be key for Arsenal, do you think? Because for so long, it's felt like if Saka's not fit, then what are Arsenal going to do? If Odegaard's not fit, Saliba. Who do you think, though, now is the key player for Arsenal to get them over the line?
I think all the guys you're talking about, but the one that I really love, I don't know what you think, is Timber.
Yeah.
Timber, man. I think maybe apart from number 9 and in goal, I think he gives you something in every single position. He's aggressive. He wins his duels. He looks like a leader. All the other ones you're talking about as well, of course. I think Ethan's stepped up his game another level this year. Miles as well. He looks more ready. So, as well as all these new players, these players are developing more as well, which is obviously going to help them as well. I'm just shut my door.
I mean, you could have just left it where it was, Jack.
Is it slam?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jack, let me ask you, because I think Arsenal have got one of the best squads, if not the best squad, for depth as well in the Premier League. And we're starting to see some of these young kids get into the first team. A lot of these kids, of course, you're responsible for their incredible rise to form. We've seen Wanyeri, Lewis Skelly, Max Dowman being another one. How highly do you rate those three? And out of the three, who do you think could go the furthest?
Yeah, first of all, I'm not responsible for them.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I had
But
a
you would
role
have seen
to
them,
play
right?
in that.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. They played with me, and I had them for a little bit of time. But you know, I had Ethan for 18 months, Miles for 18 months, and the work that went on before me, I was there in the academy, was outstanding. And Max is completely different. You know, he was one where I played him in the under-18s as a 13-year-old, and you could see from them. And you know, like when people say, what did you do? Or well, sometimes, you know, when you have players with that talent, it's just about setting the right environment, giving them the right challenge at the right time. Is it 21s? Do they need to train with the first team? And I think as an academy, we've done that really well. And you can see now they're all exciting to me, and I love them all. I love Miles because how team orientated he is and how like a leader he is. Ethan's got magic, and I think people are starting to see that a little bit more now. I think he probably took a bit of time to understand what Mikel wanted out of possession, exactly what he wanted in possession, but he's got some ability. And then Max, in my opinion, can be what he wants. He's got most importantly good people around him. His dad is top. He challenges him at the right time, and he keeps him on the ground at the right time. But yeah, all of them. I'd probably say if I'm closest to one of them, it's probably Max because of the age he came into the team and the support that we had to give him. But I love them all, and I hope they all go on and win the league.
Jack, you spoke about Ethan. I think it's quite clear that we know that Max's best position is coming off of that right. For Ethan, he can come off the right, or he can come as a 10. Where do you see his best position as he gets older and he gets more developed, and then he obviously nails down a place in the team? Where will that be?
Yeah, I think essentially. But also, Bentley, Max is a central player as well. I know, obviously, now he's coming off the right and he's doing magic. And he can do that. And we always spoke, like, when I made my debut, I was a central midfielder. But sometimes you have to accept that, okay, there's a lot of quality in there and you might have to come on the side and just work your way into it. So I think he will eventually end up there as well. But Ethan as well. Like Ethan, when I had Ethan Bentley, I played him off the wing, I played him inside, I played him a little bit deeper, which he was quite nice as well with the game in front of him. But I also played him as a 9, and he was almost like a little bit of a false 9. Like he'd just find spaces, he'd pull off into areas where defenders want to go, and he can obviously turn the game forward. And one thing that, and I think this takes longer for any young player when they get into the team, that we haven't seen yet that much. We've seen glimpses from Ethan, but his dribbling ability, he can get at players, he can beat players. So yeah, I'd like to see him centrally at some point.
I'm curious, how old were you when you made your debut for Arsenal, Jack?
16.
Okay, I mean, it's incredibly young. I'm curious, what's the best piece of advice you were given coming through? Because when you see players as talented as these three boys, you know, as a football fan, you sort of want to see them as often as possible, but at the same time, they have to be protected. What's the best possible advice that you would give players like this coming through into the first team? Is it to maybe wrap them in a bit of cotton wool and not play them every single minute?
The best bit of advice I can give for the player is don't waste a moment. And Arsene said that to me a few years ago. So there's that little period where, you know, you're a superstar in the academy and everyone's talking about you, and then you step into the first team, things are a little bit harder, you're probably not in the team, and you all of a sudden you go from playing week in, week out, developing your game, to then you're close to the first team, but you're not quite there. And that period is so important, because you can't waste a moment, because you're in front of the manager every day, you're training every day, you still get the opportunity to improve every day. So that would be my message. Don't waste a moment. And it can be, I remember, I look back on my time as a 16-year-old, you know, I'd come home from training, I'd be to my dad, I need to play, I want to play. And I thought I was ready to play. And I didn't really play until I was 18. And it wasn't until I finished my career and I went coaching at the 18s and started reflecting on it. Arsene was amazing for me. And he picked the right time to play me and not. And Mikel is a little bit different to Arsene, but the tradition of Arsenal is to bring young players through, and Mikel's keeping that going. So, yeah, just don't waste a moment.
Well, Jack, someone who's not wasted a moment, I want to talk to you about England, but is Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's in the England squad. He's probably got the shirt at the minute in terms of that left-back, because his performances have been outstanding. But when you look at the England squad, a few people have been left out. Foden, Grealish, Bellingham. I mean, what do you make of that? And do you think Thomas Tuchel was the right man to lead England to glory?
Yeah, I do. And I've had this conversation with people recently. I think it was the last camp. Did we lose a game?
Yeah, we did, yeah. We lost to... Who did we lose to? I want to say we lost to... Yeah, you have to just give me a couple of minutes here. We lost to Senegal.
Don't worry,
Senegal 3-1.
Yeah, and in general, I felt like it probably wasn't a good camp. Like, we didn't perform that well. I think actually the last game we did away, didn't we?
Yeah,
but there was some question marks before. And like, I always think with England, like over the years, we're always going to qualify. We're always going to qualify. And it's about finding the right team. And I think Thomas is doing that now. I think like we shouldn't really worry. Like, I want to see different players given a chance. Like, I think Anderson, that's a perfect example. Maybe a few years ago with Southgate, would have we have given someone like that a chance, and would we have found that? So I have no problem with it. I think the test will come obviously in America, and we have to be ready for that. But I think the way he's preparing will make us more ready than we've been in previous years.
I sort of feel, Jack, when I look at the players he's picking and I look at the players he's not, that form is irrelevant to him. Would you agree with that or not?
Yeah, but I feel like that was the case all the way through with England. And England managers over the past would say, yeah, I picked the team on form and how they're doing, but it wasn't true. It wasn't true. There was always players that were in there, and I always think you can't say that. You can't be one rule and like you can't say, I'm going to pick on form, and then actually you don't, because it has to be consistent.
Okay. Jack, listen, thanks so much for coming on. Sadly, our time is up, but we could speak to you for hours. Would you like to come into the studio soon if you're free?
Oh, that's a new studio, isn't it?
Yeah, you haven't seen it. Do you want to come in?
No, is that what you got with all the new listeners? Like the budget went up after I came on.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest, the desk is quite small for us, but for you it'd be perfect.
Did Benty tell you I called him the other day?
Yeah, but he wouldn't tell me what it was about.
He's coming round tonight, Benny. I'll see you later, yeah?
Oh, bro.
Oh, hold on a minute, hold on. You both play a bit of paddle, right?
Yes.
But you haven't played each other?
No.
No, because he's not at that level yet.
Hold on, Jack. What about me and you, Jack? We Benty +1.
It's on.
We destroy you.
Well, hold on. You know, Jack, are you good?
Yeah, I know how good you are.
I'm top.
What, say again, Jack?
Yeah, I'm good, and I can do. I'm obviously a little bit fitter than you, so I can run around, and you can just stand there. Yeah.
All right, and look good with my new hair product. Jack, listen, we should play golf soon as well. Are you about next week? Do you fancy a round?
I am, if the weather's better than it is today.
It is Monday and Friday, lovely next week, so I'll drop you a text. We'll have it.
I'm about.
Cheers,
lads.
Thank you for coming on, Jack.
Nice
See
one,
you
Jackie
soon,
boy.
man.
See you guys.
That's geezer.
The legend is Jack Wilshere.
He can't save it a net, man. He ain't doing nothing.
Still to come on drive. Ryan, press the button. Still to come on drive button.
I'll do it for you.
Honestly, some...
I'll do it for you.
Do you know what? I just scrap it is what I just heard in my ear.
Well, no, I'll do the beat. Just keep going, go.
No, but then you got to do an impression of the things.
Okay, go on, we'll try it.
Okay.
Oh.
It's really good, Benny. We'll hear the Sports Bar tackle the big issues from last night's show.
Who would win in a fight, crow or a seagull?
We'll find out who Jason Cundy was talking about here.
I'm not even sure he's that big, mate.
What do you mean?
I just think he's got a reputation.
And we'll build up to a big old weekend of Premier League football.
The only place to be is with Game Day on the talkSPORT network.
All that and loads more coming up in the last hour drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent.
Right, let me just... Right, is this the Wham-Do project?
Must be the reason. That one.
King of my castle.
You're listening to Andy Goldstein Darren Bent on talkSPORT Drive, brought to you by the upcoming film The Smash Machine, starring Dwayne Johnson. It's out in cinemas now. The last hour of our show will be joined in the studio by the ladies' man. He's free and single and ready to mingle. Hugo Monier's here. But first, it's time for this.
Show me the Monnier.
Yeah, it's time for the best of talkSPORT and Friends, where we run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT. Let's kick things off with this morning's Brekkie show. Alan Brazil, Ray Pipe, Parla, the wonderful Shabana Hearn. They were discussing Big Al's upbringing.
No, I think you might be doing yourself a disservice. I think you might be really naturally bright.
What was your favourite?
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
What was your favourite lesson?
I like English and history.
Yeah.
Did you ever get like detention or the belt?
Oh yeah. I hate the belt. Oh yeah, I used to get the strap all the time.
Slipper.
Gosh. Oof.
There's a joke I want to tell, but I'll get in trouble. How often did you used to get detention at school?
Not that often, you know, but for a lot of years I was on report. So
what does that mean?
So basically, at the end of every day, they'd write in the little box.
Why?
How I done, 'cause I was not. No, I wasn't naughty.
Naughty boy.
No, I wasn't naughty. I just didn't listen.
Mucking about.
Yes.
You didn't what?
Listen, Ria. So they'd write in a little box, so my parents could see how I was doing every day.
Do you ever fake your? Because you get things signed off by your mum and dad, right?
I was petrified, man. No way.
Oh, okay, fine. Do you ever get the slipper?
Slipper? I got the belt. I took the slipper.
From who?
Parents. Oh, not from the teacher.
No, from your parents. You got the belt.
Yeah.
Which end? The buckle end or the other end?
Nah, the other end.
You got the belt.
Do you know what it was as well? I know my dad's listening, but do you know what, right? They used to send me to go and get the belt. Do you know what I mean?
That's like go and get a spade and dig your own grave, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh my.
I would have took the slipper. It happened very rarely.
Did he take it off or did he hit you with his waist? Don't forget, Shabana Hearn returns with the Weekend Breakfast Show alongside big Tony Casgreen. That's tomorrow from 6 a.m.
Over to last night's sports bar with O'Hara and Cundy, and they were discussing the Forest manager.
Can I raise something? Right?
Go on.
Right. So I looked at him today, I know he's called Big Ange, right? But I'm not even sure he's that big, mate.
What do you mean?
I just think he's got a reputation as like Big Ange. I looked at him today when he had his hands on his head when they conceded the third goal. And I looked at him thinking, I don't think you're that big.
Does it matter?
I don't know whether he's Big Ange, mate.
What is he?
I think don't know, somewhere in, but no, I don't know. He's not small. Medium Ange?
Jeez, man. Who's your favourite Aussie?
It depends what day of the week it is.
Okay, if it's a Saturday, night, midnight.
Danny Minogue.
Don't forget, Jamie is back
You
on
haven't asked me if it's another night of the week.
Alongside Jermaine Pennant tomorrow from 5:30.
I don't know where that came from. Let's stick with the sports bar. They continued. Ryan's done today's show, has he? Let's stick with his show. They continued asking the hard-hitting questions.
Who'd win in a fight, crow or a seagull?
Oh, a seagull, mate. But let me tell you now, right? You go down the coast, they're like the size of a chair. They sit there, and you know what? They couldn't give a monkey.
Yeah, they pounce on you.
They look at you. If they could speak, they go, what would you want?
I know, but
what do you want?
The crow's associated with death. I don't know if you want to mess with a crow.
No, I wouldn't want to fight a crow, but...
You know, I feel like the crow will stand up to a seagull and say...
No, the seagull, mate...
You want some?
I've seen footage of a seagull eat a squirrel whole.
But the whole show you're playing, Ryan, yeah? What's the largest animal you could beat hand to hand?
Goat, probably.
Do you reckon so?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd you kill a goat?
Well, listen, I'm not an advocate for that. I'm just beating the fire and kill it.
Oh, you just beat up
it? He taps.
Yeah, okay. Don't forget, you can hear more from Cundy on 21 Minutes to Go. The podcast, new episodes available.
Is it still going, is it?
So it's getting bigger. 21 minutes to go. Of course, you can find all of our shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT, talkSPORT 2, and all of our other stations. You never miss a moment. If you are single, and if you are female, and looking for love, I suggest you come back right after this.
World Cup squad is decided.
Are there players out who deserve to be with us? Yes, for sure. Is there a way back into this into the team through performance? 100% for sure.
It's disappointing for those who miss out, but in the eyes of Pep Guardiola, Tuchel can't keep Foden out for long.
Thomas knows what he needs for the national team 1,000 times, a million times, trillion times better than me. All I can say, Phil is still playing like he's playing.
England are set to face Wales in a friendly next Thursday before travelling to Latvia for a World Cup qualifier the following Tuesday. Hear both matches live on talkSPORT. Thomas Frank has confirmed Christian Romero will return and start for Spurs tomorrow. They go away to Leeds in talkSPORT's live and exclusive lunchtime kickoff. Frank says the Ellen Road atmosphere isn't the only thing they'll have to overcome.
They defend extremely well. They give very little away in open play. So we need to really be aware of that and really know that this is a game that can be 90 minutes back and forth, small setbacks you need to overcome, but we're ready for it.
He also said it's great news that Rodrigo Bentancur has signed a new long-term contract. Arne Slot admits he'll be surprised if Alisson is available for the first game back after the international break. The keeper's out for this weekend's trip to Stamford Bridge and won't travel to be part of the Brazil squad. Slot's confident they have a solid understudy, though, in Georgi Mamadashvili.
We've seen against Southampton how well he's adjusted. We knew that we were bringing in a very good goalkeeper, but when he plays his first game, that's always the best way of seeing that he's adjusted well or not. And I think we've seen in that game that he's adjusted really well.
Manchester United has confirmed it will hold a minute's silence prior to kick-off against Sunderland tomorrow in honour of the victims of the terror attack there this week. 2 people were killed and 3 injured in a knife attack outside a synagogue in Heaton Park yesterday. There's more news at talksport.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, the TNT Sports and talkSPORT Hour. Every Friday night, myself and Darren Bent will be joined by TNT Sports pundits, presenters, commentators from across the sporting world. Football, rugby, cricket, MotoGP, tennis, UFC, and much, much more. Still to come, we'll be joined by former England defender and TNT Sports pundit Jolien Lescott. But first, we are delighted to be joined in the studio by recently nominated Sports Broadcast Pundit of the Year. Well done.
Thank you.
Ugo Monye joins us in the studio.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm really good. Really good.
How lovely to have you back with us. We miss you when you're not here, and we love the fact you're in the studio with us.
I'm grateful for the invitation once again.
What? New strap?
Can you describe what you're talking about? Because that sounds weird.
The Whoop Band. I tell you, this thing is brilliant. It's brilliant when you're good, and it's awful when you're awful.
See, I haven't got one. I'll be honest. Bentley's agent promised me one ages ago. Nothing from him. I'll get you one. Nothing.
Is that when he promised Pharrell Williams some shoes as well?
Oh, Ugo's come straight in throwing shots at.
Literally.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Windmills from the car park.
Oh. No, Farrell got them trainers. I gave them to her.
Did you?
Yeah, I gave
Oh,
them
okay, that's nice.
I think you did. What can I smell? How's your week been? What have you been up to? Tell me about the Sports Broadcast Pundit of the Year.
Yeah, it's awards November 13th.
Yeah.
It's a night of celebration of everyone right across the sporting world. And yeah, I was notified of a nomination just yesterday. So yeah, really
if there's a voting system, we're voting for you.
Thank you
well
very
done,
much.
mate. You can buy votes, right?
Can you?
I don't know, can you? When did you find out? How do people vote for you?
I genuinely don't know. I have not a clue about the process.
Oh, right, okay.
But there's some great pundits on there.
Is Keano on there, Roy Keane?
No, he's not. Ali McCoyce is on there.
He's on there every year.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Brian O'Driscoll, legend of rugby.
I know.
Ian Wright.
Oh,
Right, see, Wright's also on there as well.
Yeah, but we love Wrighty.
Can't go head to head with Uncle Wright.
I mean, to be on the list is pretty special, isn't it?
It's cool. Yeah, it's nice. You don't do it for the nomination.
Oh, I do.
I knew that's coming.
I do. Well, hold on. You laugh, right? But it's like start the Premier League season. You want to win it. It's not about turning up, is it?
I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm just thrilled with the nomination.
I've actually got them.
No, Joe.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say nothing. Joe, I didn't say nothing.
I've got the nominations here because that bit would have been lost.
Let's go.
I can't see Bent's name anyway. Why are you not on it? Why are you not on the list?
Oh,
Sports Broadcast Pundit of the Year. Why are you not on it?
I'm on that.
I don't think you are, mate.
Me, Ugo,
Yeah?
McCoy, Righty.
Yeah, that's it, just for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. It's nice to see you. Are you still single?
I am, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Slide in.
Pardon? Slide in? Is that your catchphrase? Right, shall we? Let's talk about something that might be sliding out. Ange Postecoglou. Struggling at Forest. The struggles continued last night. What have you made of A, him being appointed coach, and B, his tenure there so far?
It's wild. The whole situation is mad. And he got interviewed after last night's game. I watched last night's game and I felt for him. I felt for everyone involved at Nottingham Forest because last night should have been a really special night and a night where they'd expect to return back to the big time and win. You'd expect them to win last night, do you know what I mean? And they probably would have won if the old manager was involved. But I think with sackings, it's never fair and equal. Ange Postecoglou gets sacked after the European final. Nuno gets sacked after getting Europe for Nottingham Forest. And I can totally understand as to why fans are frustrated because there's a hangover from last season because Andrew was woeful in the Premier League last year and you've been brought in to be able to like level up.
Can I ask you, right? I know football's like no other sport, it's tribal, right?
Yeah.
Your background's obviously rugby, right? Do you get anything like that in rugby?
No, we're way more patient, I feel. Maybe because there isn't the level of money where you can just afford to compensate and just get rid of people. But I just don't like this merry-go-round of managers because it feels like if one manager's not done a good enough job, they're back on the market and someone else thinks they're good enough.
Yeah.
I don't really get that. So we have seen declines in teams. And in fact, Steve Diamond, he was the manager at Newcastle Red Bulls, he got sacked, got binned off after one match, just this week, actually, just a couple of days ago. But that's so rare. We're far more patient.
Do you know, it's crazy you say that, and I totally agree with you because you almost there was a period where there was the same managers just getting job after job, and you're thinking they didn't do well at this job, so someone else believes that they're good enough to succeed at their club. They don't do well there, and then someone else goes, "But you know what? We'll get him as well." And you're right. I think with Ange, I just think he's off the back of the European Cup. The Europa League, which is a huge trophy for Spurs.
Yeah.
His league form's been terrible, but I don't know. I don't know if the motivation's not there. But even in his interviews, there seems to be no spark. When he first got to Spurs, honestly, he was a breath of fresh air. Everyone was like, "Oh, and he's going to come and he's going to win a trophy." Like it was all a feel good factor.
Yeah.
Since he's got to Forest, and I don't know if he feels the heat because the fans didn't want Nuno to go. He's almost shrinking before our eyes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, after losing, every single interview is not just an interview, it's an opportunity to give a message to the fans. And I watched him last night and I thought, you're not giving anything away. It's not his job to give anything away. But if you lean into it, you show a bit of fight. They got a massive fixtures weekend against Newcastle. If I was a fan after watching them last night and bomb out, having lost their last 6, I'm not thinking that things are getting better this week. It feels like you know where this story ends.
Yeah. Listen, let's move it on a bit. We'll come back to football in a moment, but it's week 2 of the Gallagher Prem live across TNT Sports this weekend. We've got Bath against Sale. That's tonight. Kicks off at 7:45. Just talk us through some of the rugby action that we can look forward to across TNT Sports
big
this
game,
weekend.
It's a huge game. Bath are the Premiership Prem champions. They were absolutely sensational last season. They won 3 trophies. Brilliant. First time in 29 years winning the Prem. So it's massive for them tonight. So you can go straight onto TNT once we come off air here for all the build-up. And as you mentioned, kick-off 7:45. Then tomorrow you can join me. I'm going to be at Leicester. It's Leicester against my old club, Harlequins. And then Sunday, Southampton against Bristol. I have to say, the Prem delivers year in, year out. And last week, returning, it was absolutely sensational.
Why have they rebranded it with the word Prem? What's all that about? Do you know?
It's just bringing it... Do you know, funnily enough, I always called it Prem. I think everyone calls it Premiership versus Premier League. It's just trying to make it slightly more distinctive, and the branding around it is not just the words, because it's, you know, Emperor's New Clothes, you could think, but we're just leaning way more into the USP of what rugby is. It's physical. We celebrate massive hits. People get cut in half. The two things that celebrate more so than anything, massive collisions from big human beings and great tries. That's what we love. So that's what we're going to do this year.
Got to ask you about Louis Rees-Zammit. Obviously, scored a very, very impressive try against Bristol, I believe it was.
Hold on. Talk us through it, Benny.
I mean, listen, he clocked up 23.5 miles per hour.
Just talk us through the try.
He just,
what was it like?
They give it to him and he just went straight through.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was really quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
is it like that one on the screen? People are watching on YouTube.
Yeah, look at the speed. On the outside.
Yeah.
He gets the ball 60 metres out in the 80th minute, and as you've rightly said, he clocks miles per hour, 23.5 miles per hour. So I went onto ChatGPT, actually, and tried to clock what the fastest recorded sprint from last year in the Premier League. That was Mickey van der Ven at 23.7 miles an hour. So Rees-Zammit's going just 0.20 miles per hour slower, but this is in the 80th minute after having made...
He's carrying the ball.
He's carrying the ball.
Van der Ven's running with it.
He's run...
It's harder.
Or is he just running to get to the ball?
Yeah.
Well, I can only imagine the moment you're talking about is the goal against Man United.
Nah, they would have clocked Van der Ven running, like chasing someone down.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, the distinction is, A, he's probably 15 kilograms heavier than Mickey van der Ven.
Yeah.
And he's probably had to make 15 tackles. So this isn't sprinting where you're fresh and you just go off on one. Imagine going to the gym, doing a massive workout, getting into the squat rack, doing a load of deadlifts, and then recording your fastest sprint. It's so impressive what these athletes are all about.
How good is he? Because I know he obviously tried the stint in NFL, didn't quite work. It's hard. I think he made one practice squad potentially. But how good is he?
Very, very good. He's a young man. He's played for Wales. He played for the British and Irish Lions, which is the biggest honour you can do if you're from Britain or Ireland. And now he's come back. It's been amazing, these returning players, whether it's Louis Rees-Zammit, Owen Farrell's back in the Prem. But Rees-Zammit, not just as a rugby player, but as an athlete, he's incredibly special, as you can see there from that sprint.
Okay. We're going to have a quick break. A reminder, by the way, rugby is back. TNT Sports is the home of Prem Rugby, Premiership Women's Rugby, plus all the action from the Quilter Nations series, where this autumn the home nations will take on the likes of the All Blacks, Australia, and world champions South Africa. When we come back to football, ex-Man City and England defender Jolien Lescott will be our guest. Welcome back to Friday Night Live, TNT Sports and talkSPORT's Hour. In partnership with the new film The Smashing Machine is based on a true story. It's in cinemas now. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Premier League 100 club member Darren Bent, a former England rugby union star and TNT Sports pundit, and everyone's favourite swipe right, Ugo Monday. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to Leeds against Spurs. It's live on TNT Sports tomorrow. But just quickly, Tottenham midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur signed a new deal at the club. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has said that he would love midfielder Elliot Anderson back at the club. Right, Man City, they're in action on Sunday afternoon. They go away to Brentford. City currently sits 7th in the league and were held to a 2-2 draw against Monaco in the Champions League in midweek. Let's look ahead to that game now and chat all things football as we're joined by former England and City defender, TNT Sports pundit and superstar Joleon Lescott joins us. Joleon, good evening to you.
Good evening.
How are you, man? You all right? You good? You well?
I'm all right. Pardon?
I said, are you well?
Yes, I'm all right, thank you. You?
I'm good. I can't work out if we're in the kitchen or in your bedroom.
Nah, I'm in the hotel. I'm in the bedroom.
Oh, okay, fine. I was going to ask you if you got your heated on in your house yet. Have you turned it on yet? It's cold out there now.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's on.
We turned on ours last week. Right, listen, let's start with your former team, Man City. Their most recent game, 2-2 away at Monaco in the Champions League. Do you think Pep will see that as points dropped or not?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you can see that late in any game, you always look at the negative initially anyway. But I'm sure when he reflects on the performance, it was a lot more positive than the result. But yeah, to come away with a win would have been more comforting, obviously. But yeah, there's still room for improvement, obviously.
Joleon, it's Hugo here. Pep's been really quite punchy this season about his ambitions in the Champions League. He often just flies below the radar, lets the football do its talking. But it feels as if there's one competition he wants to win, it's the Champions League. Do you think that's where the focus should be?
Possibly. Again, I'm sure they'll be focused whatever competition they're in at any given time. But I think in terms of the Champions League, like most cup competitions, you can have a little bit of luck and be successful. So he's probably looking at that and thinking, yeah, are we as consistent as we need to be to mount a real challenge in the league? Arguably not. But Champions League, just need to qualify, get out the groups, and then all of a sudden you then pick up momentum and a bit of form. And like I said, you can be a bit luckier with the timing of fixtures, the opponent. So he probably sees that as more suited a realistic competition.
Joe, I've got to ask you, I mean, Haaland, obviously he's got 20 goals for club and country this season. He looks like he's come back razor sharp. The last couple of seasons, maybe last season, maybe his general play wasn't as good as we've seen it, but he reminds me of the version that first came to the Premier League. What are you making of his performances?
Yeah, the same. I think he's come back and looks as good as you're saying and suggesting. I think last season obviously wasn't as consistent as we've seen. It was still ridiculous numbers in regards to the games he played, but also think it helped missing games. You know, it's like Benty, like did he not miss a game for like 2 or 3 seasons? That must take its toll physically, mentally. So then when you do get a break, whether you wanted it or not through injury, you kind of miss it, don't you? You get to recover mentally and then really appreciate when you are fit and then when you are flying on confidence, things come easy. You don't feel tired. You don't feel like hurt in any way. You just get on with it. And as I said, he's in front of goal is devastating.
Yeah. Do you think, Joleon, that last season Man City, they didn't win anything? And I just wonder, we talked about this earlier on in the week, whether or not when you're a player like Erling Haaland, who I think is the best player on the planet at the moment, if you need to be a club that keeps winning things, and if you don't, do you think he'll have an itch that he needs to scratch? And that itch could be to one day play football in Spain with Real Madrid or Barcelona?
Yeah, you possibly would argue that. I don't think that comes after one season, especially after the first season you win the treble and score the amount of number of goals he did. So I don't think he's got an itch just yet. Listen, if it continued for 3 or 4 years, I think everyone involved in Man City would have that itch, but not necessarily have the capabilities to move and play elsewhere. But yeah, top players, world-class players, like he's saying, want to win trophies, want to compete at the highest level. We have recognised now that if you're not winning and competing for the Champions League, you don't win the Ballon d'Or. I'm sure he has that ambition, but I don't see or think there's any reason why he would want to be moving soon. He wouldn't have signed that contract last season in this city, in the club's most recent worst season and his kind of most down season in terms of goals. So I don't think he signed that thinking, well, in 2 years I'm looking to move.
Joe, do you think City are a little bit disrespected? Because for so much of this season has been about Arsenal and Liverpool going for the title, and even the result against Arsenal, the draw, people saying Arsenal should have just brushed City aside. I can't see it. I just think if you're going to start disrespecting City with Pep at the helm, that it's going to come back to bite you. Do you feel like they've almost been disrespected this season?
Yeah, slightly disrespected, more so taken for granted. I think when you are that good, like Haaland and say Harry Kane, I think people just assume it should be normal for you to just continue that. It's not always that easy. It's not sustainable to maintain the level they've hit prior to last season. So, yeah, I would say taken for granted, slightly disrespected. But like you said, doubt them at your peril. I don't think Arsenal and Liverpool will be doubting them. I think it's the people and teams that don't recognise how hard it is to go and win 10, 12 games in a row. And I think that's the new norm now. It isn't just a case of going unbeaten for 10, 15 games. You have to put 10 wins back to back. So in regards to that, only them and Liverpool have done that in recent seasons. So yeah, it's going to be a tough task for teams to match that.
A tough task seems to be defending in this season's Premier League. I'm going to give you two strikers, Alexander Isak and Erling Haaland. Tell us, who would you find it most difficult having to defend? And can you tell me the distinction as where their threats really lie?
Oh, good question. Who would be most difficult? None of them going to be easy, and I think that's the thing I need to say here. Whoever I pick doesn't mean I think the other one's crap. You know what I mean? I think that's why we all get carried away and say, "Well, I'm saying it's Isak or I'm saying it's Haaland." No, he thinks the other one's rubbish. No, but my game and my strengths and my attributes, I felt more comfortable against Haaland. Obviously, not in his current form, but I think our attributes would have matched up. So again, would I've had success? Probably not. But let's not forget I was in Man City's team, so I probably would have been a teammate.
You know what? It was a great question. It was an even better answer. Let's move on to England now. Thomas Tuchel's named his squad earlier. No room for Phil Foden. What does that tell you about his relationship with him?
I don't know about his relationship. I was surprised as anyone. Hopefully there has been a conversation in regards...
Should he be in it, Jolien? Should he be in the squad?
Yeah, I think he should. I think just off current form, I think he's playing as well we've seen. He looks like he's full of confidence, full of energy. He's obviously amongst the goals in regards to scoring and creating opportunities. So I was very surprised not to see him. We don't know if there's been a conversation about needing more time to recover in terms of fitness. So is it been a mutual decision for him not to be selected? I don't know. I haven't seen that anywhere. But yeah, listen, if Phil Foden continues to do what he's doing, I think he starts in the World Cup, never mind he's in the squad. I genuinely feel he has an ability that few players have, and to create opportunities out of nothing. I definitely feel Pep is utilising him in that way now. I know we don't have Haaland up front for England, but we have a very good striker, and I'm seeing a combination and understanding between Erling and Phil this season. A bit more recognition of when to run and where to play the ball. So Phil, for me, definitely, if he continues to do what he's doing, he starts for England.
How important is it that he plays central, Jolien? Because we've never really seen it for England, and maybe that's why his performances have never quite been to the same level as they are for City. So it almost looks like Pep has tweaked the system to get him more central, and that's why he's playing so well. Is that where you see his best position?
Yeah, I believe his best position is in the middle. He's more effective in the middle. But you know, Ben, when you are capable of performing in multiple positions, you tend to be the one that gets moved around. Yeah. But I genuinely believe this season Pep has recognised that when games are tight and teams sit deep, Phil has the capabilities to unlock something. He has the ability to draw in 2-3 players and then have the ability to make the right decision. So I think he's probably one of the few players that Pep allows for his attributes and his ability to be instinctive rather than it just be part of the system and part of the structure. It's like, okay, we want you in these areas. Can we get Phil the ball in these areas? And then all of a sudden now you become Phil Foden and you create the moments.
Question for you guys, you're the football guys. Do you think we get carried away or hung up so much on the squads? We play Wales and Latvia. Do we need to be selecting a full metal jacket squad for each and every single international? They're games that we're expected to win. The only squad that matters to me is the one that he takes to the World Cup. And we often talk about player minutes and player wealth and all the rest of it. Phil Foden, he knows within himself that he's playing well. Pep will be reinforcing that he's playing well. Yeah, maybe the ego takes a bit of a dent that you're not involved in England because that is the highest honour. But equally, I'm thinking, if we can save him now, look after him, manage his minutes, so long as there's a good relationship between player and coach, this game in October, over the next couple of weeks, no one's remembering it. It surely has zero impact. If he plays well against Wales, that's not a massive tick in his box to make sure he goes to the World Cup. I don't know.
Jolien?
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree with that. And also believe that the manager has to prepare for the worst case scenario. If Phil Foden, Cole Palmer and Jude Bellingham are playing for all their clubs and as well as we expect, they go. Like, there's no doubt about that. But if they're not fit for any reason, then he has to know what the alternatives are. So you might as well try and manage them alternatives and understand them alternatives before you are experimenting in a tournament. How often do we go to tournaments and players are getting their first opportunities and we don't know how they're going to fare? There's a lot of pressure, responsibility playing for obviously for the national team. So like Anderson has shined the last camp, fully deserves to be in the squad. And as I said, if everyone was fit, does he go? Maybe not, but he's given the opportunity now, and now we know he can perform for England. So I think it's not as clean cut as people are being dropped. I think he's thinking outside the box, and rightly so, because we don't know who's going to be fit or who's going to be in form come the summer.
Jolien, thanks for coming on. Before I let you go, earlier on I was talking about what I'm having for dinner tonight. I think fish and chips is up there with maybe one of the best meals you can have on a Friday night. What have you got? What's planned for you?
Yeah, I think I'm going for steak tonight, but fish and chips. What are you? What the condiment? What is it? Curry sauce or mushy peas?
Oh, you can't have curry sauce on shove. I'm not from that.
You're weird at that, though, aren't you?
No, I mean I'll go traditional. I'll have just some ketchup and some salt.
No, do you know what? He don't like vinegar. Weird.
No, because you're putting acid on it. I don't get that.
Weird.
Acid? Nah, it's vinegar.
Also, as well, Jolien, Jolien does well.
He obviously doesn't clean his chicken.
Hey, I hope that's not a euphemism.
I'm signing off.
You're one of them boiled chicken brothers, aren't you?
Just so it's on record, I clean my chicken every morning. All right, listen, thanks so much for coming on.
Nice one, Jay.
Have a lovely weekend, Jolien.
Yes. See you in a bit.
Thanks, man. Remember, TNT Sports is the only place to watch every big competition, with over 700 matches broadcast live, including the UEFA Champions, Europa and Conference League, the Premier League, and the Men and Women's FA Cup. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to Leeds against Spurs, a game you can watch live on TNT Sports tomorrow lunchtime. What a game that will be. First up, it's time for the last no Googling of the day. Ahead of Chelsea against Liverpool tomorrow. Ooh, another mouth-watering game. We want to know who was the last player to move directly between the two clubs.
I think I know it.
I don't think you do.
Right, if that's what you...
Surname begins with what?
That.
No, you do know it.
Do you know why? Sorry, do you know why this is?
We don't give the answer.
It was on breakfast the other day.
No, you give me the answer. Okay, let me tell you, it's not Alan Brazil. The answer to that and loads more coming up in the last 30 minutes. Make sure you join us right after this.
It's a bold call, but one he's sticking by. Thomas Tuchel's refused to call up Jude Bellingham for England, but he's outright denied there's a rift developing between the two. There's no Foden or Grealish for the upcoming internationals, but that doesn't mean the World Cup squad is decided.
Are there players out who deserve to be with us? Yes, for sure. Is there a way back into this, into the team through performance? 100% for sure.
It's disappointing for those who miss out, but in the eyes of Pep Guardiola, Tuchel can't keep Foden out for long.
Thomas knows what he needs for the national team 1,000 times, a million times, trillion times better than me. All I can say, Phil is still playing like he's playing.
England are set to face Wales in a friendly next Thursday before travelling to Latvia for a World Cup qualifier the following Tuesday. Hear both matches live on talkSPORT. Thomas Frank has confirmed Christian Romero will return and start for Spurs tomorrow. They go away to Leeds in talkSPORT's live and exclusive lunchtime kickoff. Frank says the Ellen Road atmosphere isn't the only thing they'll have to overcome.
They defend extremely well. They give very little away in open play. So we need to really be aware of that and really know that this is a game that can be 90 minutes back and forth, small setback you need to overcome, but we're ready for it.
There's more news at talksport.com.
Back to Friday Night Live, TNT Sports and talkSPORT Hour with me, Andy Goldstein, Premier League 100 club member Darren Bent and former England Rugby Union star, TNT Sports pundit, and the sausage in the drive time hot dog.
Hey!
It's Ugo Monye.
Excuse me?
That's what I thought.
No, like the filling. The goodness, the filling. What's wrong with that?
How much I feel about that.
Yeah.
Made me feel uncomfortable with that.
Wait, like, I'll be the mustard. Benny can be the onions, you'll be the sausage. Is that all right? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what's on your mind. I'm just about food. I'm starving. Before the break, I asked a question which Benny thought he got right.
No, I got it right.
No,
I'm joking with you.
Ugo, will you tell the truth? What happened in the break? I asked the question, who was the last player
Remember the sausage comment, yeah?
to move directly between the two clubs, Chelsea and Liverpool? Now, what did Benny say in the break?
I didn't hear what Benny said.
Ugo, do you want to come back on the show?
I would love to.
I'll get you back on.
Ugo, you either speak to the pilot or one of the trolley dollies.
No,
all I heard was, is it Victor Moses?
Thank you very much.
And who did you hear that from?
Well, nobody.
Did you hear that from Darren's mouth?
No, he's written it down.
I've written it down, see? Victor Moses.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What was the other name you said?
Pun?
Moreno.
For us at 7, Hugh will be hosting
me?
live Premier.
No, I'm here now with you.
Huh? With
Me?
you? No, he's not here. I'm here.
Oh, sorry.
Hugh Wozencroft hosted live Premier League football as Bournemouth face Fulham. I mean, that gag will keep going and going and going. Over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear the Hollywood derby between Wrexham and Birmingham. We'll bring you the team news, actually, from those games as soon as it drops. And there's action in the WSL this evening as Chelsea head to Manchester United. Natalie Pike is watching that one for talkSPORT. She's got all the team news for us now. Natalie, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jen. So the WSL's two remaining unbeaten sides go head-to-head at the newly named Progress with Unity Stadium in what promises to be one of the standout fixtures of the season so far. So long-time defending champions Chelsea have not been beaten in the league in over 500 days. Tonight they face their toughest test of the season so far. Hosts United know that victory would not only send a huge statement, but it would lift them above Chelsea and into top spot. So May Letitia will again lead United out tonight. She makes her 71st consecutive start for the club, which is phenomenal. There's just one change from the team that beat Liverpool. So it's in form Mallard drops to the bench with Sandberg returning to the team after illness. She's likely going to sit at left back with Rolfo pushing further forward. And then for Chelsea, 3 changes from their 4-0 win over West Ham. So in defence, Carpenter comes in for Berman, and in midfield it's Macario and Baltimore that will start, with Jean-Francois and Thompson on the bench. It is second versus first. It's Manchester United versus Chelsea.
Good work as always. No, don't show Hugo my Goldstein's Golden Pace, because it's for people with hair. Do you know what? I've actually got some Mr. Sheen in there.
I could get that. That's that hot dog and
Mr. Sheen.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Right, can I ask you a question about your hair? Right?
Yeah,
if you didn't grow your hair for like 5 months, what would I see?
Just a small afro. I've actually got a strong hairline.
It's just at the back of your neck.
Legit. Honestly, I just like it all off. You're on fire. What's wrong?
Have you really got a strong hairline?
I swear.
Why don't you like hair?
I just like whipping it off.
Show me. Take the cap off. You got good hair.
Strong, isn't it?
You got good hair.
I think that's more you.
But this is me.
Yeah. I think if you started growing hair.
Do you know what? I don't know why. But the moment you took it out, I thought I might not have fish and chips. I might have eggs tonight.
He's unreal.
Honestly,
this is the guy who eats dates with a chopstick.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but there's a reason for that.
Why is that?
I'm clogging up. They're not dates. They're not dates. What are they?
Prunes. But why are you eating with chopsticks?
Because you don't get my hands greasy, do I?
Fork.
All right, another big game takes place tomorrow lunchtime. I can't wait for this. Leeds host Spurs. What a huge game. That's a game you can watch live on TNT Sports 1 with coverage starting at 11 a.m. Someone to be part of that coverage is the former Leeds forward and TNT Sports pundit, the brilliant Lucy Ward. She joins us now. Lucy, good evening to you.
Evening, boys. You okay?
I'm good. But if you had to eat prunes, would you eat them with chopsticks or your bare hands?
Fruit? No. For bare hands, I'm from Leeds.
Okay.
And she's normal.
Out of a newspaper. Right, listen, we'll start with Leeds, shall we? They're 12th in the table, 2 wins from their 6 games so far. I think it's been a really solid start for them, don't you?
Yeah, I think they've done really well. I think Leeds fans were a little bit wary because of what happened before in the Premier League, and Daniel Farke with Norwich didn't really set it alight. So they're unbeaten at Ellen Road, so that's really key. I think they've been unlucky at times, and they haven't really managed games well. I think they conceded late against Fulham and then against Bournemouth last week, so it could have been a lot better. But I think Leeds fans are happy. Yeah.
Lewis, you mentioned him there, Daniel Farke, and he was probably one I thought getting promoted with Leeds. Is he good enough to succeed? Because as you said, the campaigns with Norwich weren't good at all. But do you think he's now starting to prove people wrong, or do you think it's too early?
I don't think it's easy at Leeds. It's a really emotional club. I should know. I spent a lot of time working there. But I think Daniel Farke's got confidence in himself. I think he did well when he first came in because it was a bit turbulent. And I just think, Darren, that I think he's using the experience that he's gained when he was in the Premier League last time with Norwich and it didn't quite work out, because he's just changed the way that they're playing. They're a bit more direct, and they had lots of possession last season in the Championship. They get up the pitch quicker now. They compete for second balls. The transfer window, they've gone for physical players who can get about the pitch. And I think that is all part of just the best possible way that Leeds can stay up is what they've done. And so it's a good start. And it'll be interesting to see what happens if it does start to wobble with Daniel Farke.
It's been a good start, and they'll be hoping that continues. I listened to you on commentary last night at Nottingham Forest. That was awesome. Really, really good game. However, Ellen Road, one of the reasons as to why Leeds might stay in this Premier League is just the sheer atmosphere and energy that they bring. As someone who's proud and local to that area, can you tell us what that is like and what Tottenham are set to face?
Yeah. So it's a one club city. So, it's ups and downs, you've heard the song, etc. But I think Ellen Road is very, very powerful. I think it's very powerful when you're doing all right and you're winning, but it's also powerful if the team are not doing well. I've seen it plenty of times over the years where, for some players that shirt's been too heavy to wear, but when they're behind you, that crowd, it's absolutely incredible. And I mean like noise, because it's quite an old school stadium as well, a couple of new stands, but more or less old school. So right on top of the pitch, the dugouts are really close to the fans, so that the opposition managers get some stick. So yeah, I think that if they can do what they're doing at Ellen Road and continue that throughout the season, I think they'll be they'll stay up quite easily. But yeah, I mean, it's mad. Leeds fans are crazy. Honestly, I walk the dogs every day, and we come across people who will constantly talk about Leeds. They're so pleased that they're back in the Premier League, and yeah, it's a mad, mad place.
Lucy, how important do you think Dominic Calvert-Lewin's going to be? Because touch wood, he seems to be playing more minutes now. He looks like he's getting a bit of consistency. Do you think he's going to be huge in the fact that I still don't think Leeds will go down now? I know it's early, but I think they've got enough to stay up. But how important do you think he'll be?
I just think, Darren, it's like his Premier League experience. Leeds haven't had a proper number 9 for a while, and even though his injury record is not that good, and he's not scored that many goals for Leeds yet, I just think the additional stuff that he does, so the players can play it up to him, and they know that he'll fight for it with centre backs. They know he'll duel, they know he'll get little flicks on. So I think that he's getting in the right areas. He's just missed quite a few chances, and I think he's a little bit of a 1 in 8, 9 shots before he scores a goal. I think he's been at that throughout his career, but the fact that they've got quick wingers at Leeds, so he can bring those into play. So I think that he started very well, and I just caveat that with he has to stay fit, because I think that Leeds have struggled to score goals at the start of this season, and if they lose him, then it'll be an issue.
I was just having a look at that. You mentioned struggled to score goals, scored 4, conceded 9 up against Tottenham that have got serious threat. What have they got to tinker and get right defensively just to be able to protect the guys up top if they're not in great goal scoring form?
Well, they've actually been defensively. They've been good. I think they've got a couple of players in who are sort of 6'3", 6'4" midfield and centre back, and it has made a difference. But if the lads up front are not scoring, it just puts more and more pressure on that defence. And so you saw at Fulham, it was quite even. They were going for a point and then conceded right at the death. I think it was an own goal from Goodmanson, who's actually been very, very good. So they have to get the goals from open play. Spurs have got the same problem, to be honest, that in terms of that they've got quite a lot of set piece goals, not really that many open play chances, but they're missing quite a lot of players through injury. So it'll be a really interesting and tight game, I think, tomorrow.
Reminder, everyone, that game you can watch live on TNT Sports 1. Coverage starts at 11. Lucy, how do you think it will go? What will the score be?
Oh, dear. You always put me on the spot. I can't go against Leeds because you could have asked me afterwards because the fans won't be happy. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll
say give me 2 answers, one with your heart, one with your head.
Okay, right. So I think it's going to be 2-1 to Leeds, and also it's going to be 1-1.
Okay, all right. So they're not losing. Listen, always a pleasure. Enjoy the game. I think it's going to be a cracking game. Thanks so much for your time.
Cheers,
have a nice
Lucy.
weekend.
Cheers, boys.
Reminder, TNT Sports is the only place to watch every big competition with over 700 matches broadcast live, including the UEFA Champions, Europa and Conference League, the Premier League and the Men's and Women's FA Cup. Welcome back to the last part of Friday Night Live, TNT Sports and Talk Sports Hour, brought to you by, will you two shut up? Brought to you by the upcoming film, The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne Johnson. It's out in cinemas now.
He's lucky the mic was off. That's what I'm going to say.
What Ugo said?
Yeah, because his was the only one that was off.
You are lucky. Ugo Monye's here. Only for about 10 minutes, then he's off on a hot date.
Oh, no.
Following.
Told you. I should have told him nothing. Don't tell him nothing. Don't tell him nothing.
The ladies are going to have fun tonight. Following us at 7, Hugh will be hosting.
Well, I'm here with you. I told you so. I'm here now.
No, I said Hugh will be hosting live Premier League.
Mate, I'm here with you now.
Wozencroft.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, we're hosting live Premier League football as Bournemouth face Fulham. The team news for that is in, actually. Let's go over to Jim Proudfoot, who can tell us more. Jim, good evening.
Evening, Andy. Well, a Bournemouth win tonight will take them up to second in the table. They make 4 changes to the side that drew at Leeds. Recalls for Hill, in for Alex Jimenez, Scott, who replaces Christie, Brooks, who's in for Adley, and Tavernier is preferred to Kluivert. Julio Soler is away on international duty at the Under-20 World Cup. Fulham's main problem areas up front. Rodrigo Muniz is injured. Raul Jimenez hasn't made it either. He was off at Villa last week because of injury when scoring the goal. He's unable to feature tonight. So the only change is Diop coming to replace him. That will necessitate a tactical reshuffle, either as a back three, potentially with Alex Iwobi playing as a false 9. Harry Wilson faces his old club. Bournemouth will line up with Petrovic in goal, Hill, Diakite, Senesi and Trufair, Scott and Adams, Brooks, Tavernier and Semenyo with Evan Nielsen. As I say, for Fulham, could be a back three. It could be the same shape, 4-2-3-1. Leno in goal, Castagna, Anderson, Diop and Bassi, Lukic and Berger, Wilson, King and Sessegnon, and Alex Iwobi through the middle. Your guess is as good as mine. Scott Minto's alongside me for Bournemouth Fulham, and the build-up starts at 7 ahead of an 8 o'clock kickoff here on talkSPORT.
Thanks for that, Jim. Over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear the Hollywood derby between Wrexham and Birmingham. Adam Bridges there. He's also got team news for us. Bridgie, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Hollywood derby, the lack of Hollywood stars tonight. No Ryan, no Rob, and no Tom Brady here either. Maybe the weather's put them off. It's rather wet and windy. One change for Wrexham from the draw against Leicester in midweek. Brunt is out. Doyle comes in to their back three. As for Birmingham, who haven't scored in their last 3 away games, 5 changes from the last gasp draw against Sheffield Wednesday. One of those is a change in goal. Allsop's out. Cashin, Doyle, Kyogo and Asai Samuel also drop out the side. Beadle, Robinson, Leonard comes in for his first start. Paik and Dykes will come up top as well. Remember these two sides, they were the top 2 in League One last season. They meet in the top 2 divisions for the first time since 1980. And Chris Iwelumo is alongside me on talkSPORT 2, kick-off 8 o'clock.
It's time.
It is tight and tense.
We're flying and our fists are punching. DB versus TNT.
What drama on talkSPORT, just when you think you've seen it all.
Good night.
No, don't go to bed yet, because this is our brand new feature, DBV TNT Bracket Sports, where each week on Friday Night Live, Premier League 100 Club member Darren Bent has been pitting himself against our special studio guest from TNT Sports. This week, of course, we're joined by a former England Rugby Union star, TNT Sports pundit and ladies' man, Ugo Monye. Every Friday, they'll be predicting some of the biggest games from the weekend. If they correctly predict the result, they'll be given a point, but if they get the score in the game bang on, they'll earn themselves a massive 3 points. We'll be tallying up the scores throughout the season with TNT Sports expert pundits working together to hopefully beat our very own Darren Bent. Now, pains me to say, it was an unbelievable week for Bentley last week. He bagged a massive 6 points after correctly predicting.
Yeah.
Nasty.
I said it, did I? No, let's read it out.
Brentford 3-1. And Arsenal would win 2-1. Well done. Well done. Good work. So the score currently is Bentley, you've regained your lead. You're 17 and TNT Sports 13. So Ugo, pull yourself.
Sorry, right. Theoretically, right, I could not lose this because I could just keep copying them every result they do.
Yeah, but you're better than that.
No, but I might do that.
We'll go at the same time.
Okay, well, listen, Ugo and Bentley, you've both got 30 seconds. Well, you've got as long as you want to predict the following ones. Tomorrow at 12:30, Leeds against Spurs. It's a game you can hear live on TNT Sports 1. Ugo, the lead is man. How'd you see it going?
2-2.
Why do you think that, Ugo? Tell me why.
I just think it's going to be a real open game. I know Leeds have struggled to score goals, but I think Tottenham just provides so many opportunities. I can't believe I'm saying this on over that. But yeah, I reckon there'll be loads of goals in it. 2-2. Can't pick a winner.
Okay, 2-2. Cut music. Bentley, how'd you go?
No music for me?
No, not for you.
Yeah, listen, I understand what Ugo's saying. I almost thought 2-2 was kind of the same scoreline for me. So Yeah, unfortunately, this one I'm going to go 2-2 as well.
Oh, you don't start doing that.
No, but I just, that one.
Don't start doing that.
In that one, I'll go first. The next one.
He's so Arsenal. He's defending a lead in October.
Oh, 2-2.
Okay, you go first on next
I'm
one.
going to, yeah.
4:30 Chelsea against Liverpool.
Right, so this one, always a good fixture. I believe Chelsea, maybe not in great form at the minute, so I'm going to say 2-1 to Liverpool.
Okay. Hugo, what do you think it's going to be?
3-1.
Hold on, Hugo.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, just see you going, Hugo, ladies, man. Out on a big old date tonight with the ladies. Let's have some champagne to start, some oysters, get things going. And then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, prunes with chopsticks.
Is that the name of your autobiography?
Yes. I'm going 3-1 Liverpool.
Oh, are you really? Away win?
Yeah, I am. I think they're going to click. They've been under unfair pressure, I reckon, this last week or so.
Okay.
But yeah, there we are.
All right, the last one will stay with you, Hugo. Sunday at 2 o'clock, Newcastle against Forest. How do you see that one going?
3-1.
And Betty, how do you see it going?
I'm going to go 3-0 Newcastle.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we'll find out how you get on next week's show. Hugo, thank you for coming in as always.
Thank you.
We absolutely adore you in the studio.
We love you.
Listen, you have a good night tonight. And Hugo, look at me. Make sure you be safe tonight. You know what I'm saying? Me and Betty will be back. That's my outline. That's my outline. Be safe, everyone. That's what I say. Be safe, everyone. But be safe, Hugo. I'll leave you with the proper outline, Betty. We'll see you on Monday at 4. DB?
Stay kind, stay curious, and we'll catch you on the airwaves again soon.
Yeah, baby.